Okay, got you. All right. All right, guys. Welcome to Lock In to Win podcast, episode 15. We got our special guest here today. Mention, suspension, and tires. Moses, how
That's
you doing?
right. Pull up on the homies. That's what I'm talking about.
That's right.
That's right.
Oh,
We can
boy.
lock in right quick.
Got the homie Moses right here. Mention suspension and tires.
That's
Yep,
right.
yep, we're on a
All
roll.
That's how you say it.
day, every day.
Mention
suspension, and tires.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's
Woo.
right. You
Yeah.
should hit him up. We're about to hear his whole story from day one, ground zero, and your come up. So
Yeah.
yeah,
From
you
rock
ready to-
bottom to the top.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. That's right.
So tell us from the beginning, right? Because we heard that you did a lot of time, but before you did that time, what were you like? How did you get yourself involved in that? To the trouble that you got into.
Well,
but-
you guys can tell I'm a homie. We're homies. I'm from Watts. Grew up, born and raised in Watts. It's a trip because I always grew up working and kicking it. And then it got to a point where I would just like school. I didn't even want to go to school no more. I just wanted to work and kick it. So I stopped going to school early. Just to kick it at work. Yeah, it's a trip.
Really?
Yeah. Because I learned my trade early when I was 8 years old. So I started by my mom dropping me off at a tire shop, and then I would work right there, and then my homies would come kick it with me.
No shit.
Yeah, my homies, they knew that I wasn't gonna be home, but they knew I was gonna be in the corner, in the hood, so over there at the tire shops, they would come, and I would go kick it in the cuts with them. And Don Quintero's the guy that was like practically raising me at the time. He knew that we were kicking it, so he'd just be like, "Hey, you guys are good?" And like, "Yeah, we're good right here, just chilling." Okay, if a customer comes, you make sure you come right here. Yeah, cool. So that's how it was.
That's what's
Shit,
up.
yeah.
That's what's
Yeah,
up.
so he kept us out the streets, but we were still kicking it,
Yeah.
Connected.
Yeah, so it's a trip. We did that for a minute. And yeah, they just slowly but surely, that was my lifestyle for a long time, just working and kicking it. Then I stopped working for a minute and I just started like kicking it a lot in the streets in my neighborhood.
What was your vice? Like, were you into more drugs, alcohol, gang activity, like tagging? Like, what was your get
I
down?
think my get down was gang banging. Yeah, gang activity. I think so. Drugs has always been a choice. I think drugs always been at sometimes they become, well, for me at least for me, because I've always seen it in other people where it's like they have no choice, you're stuck,
I had a choice, but I didn't.
But you know what I mean by when I say there is no choice and there is
It didn't have
Yeah.
a hold on you.
Some people will use drugs and sometimes other people drugs use them. You know what I mean? But that was
and I can't ever say and be here and be like, oh, like, it's because I was doing drugs and that's what kept me in the streets. Nah, I was in the streets because I liked it. And then drugs drugs came along in the mix.
that was just for the social hour.
Drugs came along in the mix. Because I can't sit here and be like, oh no, I was a sober gang. No, I was out there doing the most too. But I don't ever feel
I like that. I was a sober gangbanger.
I was out there doing the most, but it. That wasn't why, like it just, So I think I was just one of those, I don't know, a functional gang member.
There you go. Yeah.
So you did that, but how'd you get caught up? Then
Well, that happened down the line, right? Because I kept going. What's the trip that I got into selling drugs young. Right?
So you were all about making money.
It's always been a hustle. It's always been a hustle, right? If I'm not going to be working at the tire shop, then what am I going to be doing in the hood? I'm not just going to be gangbanging, but I'm going to make some money here too. Why? Because this is my neighborhood. You know how it is.
Right.
When you're in that mindset, you're like, I'm taxi people. Right. That's how you think. That's just how you think,
Yeah.
So you're like, I'm going to make money here too. Why? Because this is my neighborhood. So then I got involved into that young. So I kind of knew the little pushing, the, like moving drugs here and there, So I got involved with that, So I kind of already had the feel for it, right? And I knew the streets, so I was already like, okay, this could always be my side money, But I grew up doing tires, right? So it was always like that's always my for sure money, It was like that's how my mind worked. That's how my mind worked. I was like, my for sure money is tires, brakes, suspension, all that, I can't go wrong. But it was always, because, hustlers can always think, like, where's all our avenues?
Oh yeah.
You know, all
oh
our
yeah.
avenues.
Not putting your eggs all in one basket.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know. So that was one of my avenues. You know, I was like, I'm a street hustle. You know, street hustle. Yeah. So that was a thing that I got involved with. So when I decided to get off the streets and be like, you know what, I'm gonna go to work and I'm just gonna work. Right? It's because at that time my ex-wife, she was pregnant. She got pregnant. So I was like, you know what? I need to step up and I need to take care of my kid. Right? So all this, like, now I know how to work. So now I need to take it serious. I need to lock in and go get myself a job. You know? Yeah, you know?
Yeah.
So sure enough, everybody knew me in the industry, in the tire industry already. Like, you know what it is that it's a small world in the tire industry because everybody has to network, you know. so it's a small world, you know. So everybody kind of already had heard of me, you know, as a kid. So when I went to go apply for Santana Tires, where I had just got fired from, I went and I applied there, and I told them, hey man, I had just finished doing a county lit. You know, I had just finished doing a county lit, which is like a county year. You know, so I came out and I was like, damn, I just got my ex-wife pregnant. Now she's this. Now I got to get a job. You know, so yeah. So now I'm like,
you knew it was gonna come easy for you because you're.
Oh yeah, and I wasn't thinking that now. You know, it's a trip that you know how like you're having a kid. You try to think right.
Yeah.
You know,
all of a sudden you're responsible.
Yes,
Now
all
you
of a
know-
sudden, hey, you know what? I can't be out here no more. You try to think right. You know, especially you're young. You know, you're young, like
For sure.
you try to think right, so you're like, you know what, I can't do this no more. You know, that's how I was talking to myself right now. You know, I need to go find a job, and I know how to work, so get back to work. You know, so I went and I got a job. It was quick for me because they already knew me. So I get hired, right, and I start working. Now I start selling, right, mind you, because I'm bilingual. So right off the back, they notice that. They're like, hey, man, like this guy's always in a good mood. And every time customers pull up, he draws them in.
Yeah.
You know, so they were like, hey, you know what? Come here. You already know how to do pricing. Oh, yeah, simple math. Ooh, I've always been good with numbers because I've always been hustling. You know? You know, 2-3 grams, run it. You know, so I've always been good with numbers, you know?
I mean, the tire, I'm talking about.
You know, so I was like, yeah, I'm good with numbers. They gave me the going marketing rates, everything. They taught me how to sell a tire, how to price a tire with the labor, everything. So they taught me that young, and I seen it, and I was like, I got this. That's nothing, simple math. So I started selling. Oh man, once I started selling tires, it was like I was selling drugs in the streets. Like, hey man, everybody was buying from me, man. Like, yeah, everybody was buying from me, man. Like I had lines. Then I learned how to finance. Right, then I learned how to finance. So, which the same programs that I offer now that I finance, I learned how to do it then.
Now you can tap into.
Oh man, don't give a broke man a spoon because he's gonna eat. I'm telling you. So So what man? I'm telling you, cars would come in for air, and I'd go out there. I'll start rapping to them. Woo, 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 woo. Bam! Hey. We're gonna run it. We're gonna do a finance. We're gonna run it. He's gonna get approved. Once he gets approved, he came in for air. This guy got approved now for $2,000-$3,000. He has no credit because we didn't run his credit. So now but he's like, man, you know what? I want rims. That's how they get. Especially you're selling in the hood.
Yeah.
Oh man, don't give somebody a credit line in the hood. They're gonna max it out. So I was over there selling everything, man. So it made me think.
I got money for tacos now. I'll be right back while you guys are doing that.
And then it's nothing down. Oh man, the finance game changed me in there because it was like now all those customers that were potential customers are real customers now because now I learned how to sell to them finance. You get me? So now I was killing it. I was everybody's lined up there. I have a row of line, just people just financing. Right? So this is before I go to prison. Mind you, this is not when I'm out. So now I see that I'm good at this. I'm like, you know what? I'm good at selling tires. I'm good at customer service. And not just that, but I have years of experience. So every time they tell me something, I could already picture the situation in my head.
Say less. Like that.
I got it. Yeah, you know, but I could picture it, and not just that, but I could guide somebody through it. You get me? So that means I could teach you how to do it. You know, so that made me feel like, you know what? I know exactly what I'm doing. Why am I not doing this for myself? You know, that's what I thought. And I was, mind you, I was already 19, 20. You You know, I already gave them like 2-3 years of my life, you know, working for them hard.
Hustler
you know,
mindset.
hustling. So then I thought about it. I was like, I already built up so many clientels. I had already been there. I became the manager right away. They moved me to another location in Southgate, right? Because originally I was in one in Los Angeles. They moved me to a location in Southgate, and I started managing it right away. It was the shop, they had bought it from a previous owner, so it was straight looked like a hole in the wall. Right away, the owner has us trying to like get rid of a lot of old inventory, a whole bunch of stuff. So he's dumping stuff because they got money, you know. So they're like, so me, I'm like, hold up, we're not gonna dump everything. You guys put me here in charge. I'm gonna sell what is salvageable, and I do. And I flip all their money, and they reinvested all that into reconstructing it. They left it nice. By the time I saw that I brought up the store, I was like, why can't I do this for myself again?
Yeah.
You know, why can't I do this for myself? Yeah. Like, I'm putting overtime, I'm putting 12 hours, 13, 14-hour shifts with these people, and I'm getting paid. At those times, we were getting paid $8, $9 an hour. You know, it ain't like how it is now. You know,
but were you stacking?
I'm 30. I'm 35.
35.
Yeah, I'm 35. You know. Yeah. So you know, at those, at those times we're getting paid like 8, and then we thought we were doing good when we went up to $10 an hour. You know, like that's what I'm just telling you from my experience, because I just got out. I just got out. What is it? 18 months ago. So what I heard. Minimum wage, what was it, like 17, 18? I'm like, they're doing good. Hey, you know what? You know what's the trip?
Everybody's union.
Yeah. That's what I thought. But it's like, it's not, you know, like it catches, you know, it's a trip, because I thought of that, like, before I got out, I was like, okay, I was making $90 a day before. Okay, and I was doing badass. I was killing it. This time, I'm not gonna undersell myself. This time, I want 140. That's what I told myself. That's a trip, because, dude. You know, like from what I knew what I was doing, I was worth more.
No, for
sure.
Of
course, but you were always.
I was locked up for 9 years. I thought 140 was expensive for somebody. You get me? Like, you know, from my experience. I'm not saying this for an average, for an average, you know, that's good money. You know, like, but for my experience that I've been doing this, I was like, you know what? Like, I think I deserve more, you know, like, you know, but I didn't find that out till later.
Everybody goes through that
I didn't find that out till later.
Process, though, of like building confidence and competence, you know, like together. Yeah, but we all go through that whole imposter syndrome where you feel like, oh, well, maybe I'm not that good. When you see everybody else succeeding, and then you're like, well, damn, am I really? And then it catches up to you. Then you finally realize, looking back, like, damn, I could have done a whole lot more, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, man. That's what tripped me out. And you know what's the trip? That I started seeing this, right? By going back to where we're at, right? I started seeing this, and I was like, you know what? I got to do this for myself. So I lock in, right? For like 4 or 5 months saving money.
The baby's still in the bun?
No, she's born at this time.
Okay.
By this time, I'm already at baby 2. At this time, I'm already like going on baby 3. She's already pregnant.
Oh, shit.
Okay, yeah. We had already... It was already going, right? I had already started building a family.
Right on.
Right? So, mind you, I got busted when I was 24. You know, 24, like 23-ish, 24. Right? So, yeah, like about a month before I turned 24, right? So, I had already started building a family, working off of Santana Tire, managing that one, you know? Yeah. So I'm like, you know what? I need to start saving my money. All my commissions, all my everything, I'm going to start saving it. So I start saving, man, everything, something would come up, I'd be broke again. Something would come up, I'd be broke again. So I couldn't get out of that, right? So I got desperate. And what I tell you in the beginning, I only had two hustles. Yeah. The streets and tires. Yeah. And tires wasn't cutting it. Yeah. So I went back to what I knew. I was like, you know what? I don't need to do this a lot. I just need to do enough to get out of this. And mind you, at the time, I didn't really know how much money it took to get out of it. You get me? You just know that it's going to take a lot of money. Yeah. You know, especially you're young. Yeah. You're like, and you're looking at where you're working at, and you're trying to compare yourself to where you're working at. Yeah. You get me? So you're like, this is at least $1 million. You're looking around, right? Yeah. You don't know that it took sweat. It took a lot of dedication, and it took youngsters like me to be locked in and built this. You know, hard work. Yeah, hard work. You know, so my mind, I was young, and I thought I need an outrageous amount of money. The only way I'm gonna get that outrageous amount of money is by me selling drugs. Right. Mm-hmm. Right. So I get into it. Boom, 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 boom. right? I get plugged up. I do my thing. I start selling dope. I start moving it.
Yeah.
I start doing my thing, right? And yeah, I end up getting busted. I'm not too far deep into it. I start doing it probably for like maybe 7 to 8, 9 months around there, with under a year, right?
Okay.
And I'm doing my thing. I started saving up money. At that time, I had already saved up probably like maybe like 20 something, $30,000.
But just
Nice.
get deeper and deeper into it.
Oh, I
because
was-
then you see that
now-
fast money, and now you're like, oh shit, I can stack this.
But I
stack
was
this,
spending 10 to
but
15.
Right.
You
Yeah.
get me?
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
was saving. I was spending it because it was easy money.
Right.
So my goal kind of went off track a little bit because I was making a lot of money. You know,
Yeah.
So, but I was still saving toward that goal. But I didn't really realize that I already had enough to start something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, to start something. So, but I continued, and yeah, one day I supposed to. It's one of my days off at the tire shop because I was still working. I wasn't gonna burn myself, you know.
Yeah.
So I was still working and everything, and it was my day off, and yeah, there's a run. Oh, hey, we gotta go drop these off. How many you got right there? I got about 50 pounds, 50 kilos, and I was like, I got them all right there. Okay, cool. That's all gone today. Hey, yeah, run it. Okay, can you get somebody to move it? Because mind you, I used to have people help me, right? But it's my day off. So I'm like, you know what? I'm being greedy now at this point.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? Instead of paying my runner $10,000, $12,000 to go just drop it off, it's not that far from me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna pocket that. I'm gonna do my thing.
Yeah.
I'll go do the run. So that's a trip. How you get greedy, you start
Fuck,
thinking. And
yeah.
I went to go do the run that day.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know it's the trip that I'm driving, right? And I went. Oh, right. So I went to go pick up my spot, right, where I left everything at, right. Boom, and I'm thinking, and I'm like, should I stash all this? And I'm looking at it, I'm like, it's 50 kilos. I'm like, well, there's no way I can stash all this, like, right? Because
Yeah.
I had my
Yeah.
stashes that were like small spots.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't. So you know what? Let me just put it in the box. It really is not that far from me.
Yeah.
I was in Linwood, and it was the drop off spot was in Norwalk. So I was like, it's not that far from me, right?
Yeah.
All right. So my little homie's with me, right? He had just got out. And I was thinking, okay, I'm gonna take him with him. I'm gonna take him with me so he could have a strap with me, and I'm gonna make him feel like he did something. I'm gonna pay him because he just got out. So I'm doing him a favor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Helping out the community.
Yeah. I'm just trying to help the little homie out, you know? Yeah. Oh, man, right? So I'm like, hey, bro, like, you're gonna come through. You're just gonna have to hold the strap. And we're gonna count the money, whatever, and I'm gonna take off. It should be like $100 and something thousand. Like, I don't know how the hell we're gonna do it, but we gotta do it. You know? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I end up. I'm driving, right? I got him with me. We're strapped. Now I just threw everything in the back in a big old box
Yeah.
because I'm like, it's huge, you know.
Uh-huh.
It's in big old 5-pounders and like black. They look like big old black pillows, right? 'Cause
Okay.
It's crystal meth.
Yeah.
All right. So it's big old black pillows, and I have it in a big old box.
A treasure box.
Yeah. All right. So I throw it in the back seat, and I'm like, cool. This job right here, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna grab everything. Mind you, you think like that, and you don't do that. You know, you grab a little trunk and you spent it. You know, but I'm like, I'm gonna grab all this, and this is gonna be towards the tire shop. Yeah. Yeah. So then I remember I had just bought tires for my truck because I thought I was, the most expensive brands. I was like, I had white walls. Yeah, I wanted to be the guy, you know? Yeah, we're narcotraficando now. You know what the hell? I'm supposed to, yeah. So now I'm showing off, but now I'm spending money, so now I want to make more money. So now I get greedy. So now I want to go do my own runs, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, sure enough, I put the box and thing. I tell a little homie, here's the strap. We're gonna go do this drop off. It should be quick. It should be easy, and we're out of there.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Boom, as I'm driving, I don't know. I just felt it, But it was just like, fool, no te rajes, güey. Yeah. As I'm going, I get off on Lakewood, off the 105. I get off on Lakewood, and I'm driving up, and I see the cop. I see him, but I see it as like it's a cop, And mind you, I'm in a good truck. I'm in an F-150. I tell you, I just got brand new tires, so it looks.
So you're really feeling like
I'm confident.
big time right now.
Yeah, like I'm cool.
Hella,
They
okay,
ain't gonna pull me over.
sketch, nothing.
There's no reason why.
Yeah. You look legit.
Yeah, and you know what's the trip that I look back now at the person that I was gonna meet up with? They were like, "Hey, what are you driving?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm driving in this," you know. Yeah. So I don't know if that all fell in line. Yeah, you know. Right. Yeah. So anyway, so as I'm passing up that car, that cop, I'm like, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Pass him up. He's like waiting, like off of a curb, like if he's gonna exit from somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, whatever. So right when I pass him up, I look at the thing and he follows me.
Shit.
Right? So I'm like, just knowing you're riding dirty, that's like a bad feeling, right?
Yeah.
You know, yeah. You don't know if they're gonna stop you or not, but you're like, fuck, this was behind me, you know? Like, yeah. So I'm like, I see him and I'm like, dang, man, like this was following me. Right? So I'm thinking, I look up and right when I'm crossing Imperial on Lakewood still, I look up and there's a Jiffy Loops. And I'm like, you know what? Pull into the Jiffy Loops. Mm-hmm. Pull in, go do something. Go get an oil change. Just pull in. Yeah. Yeah, so I pull into the Jiffy Loops. Right? Yeah. I'm legit. My truck's good, everything. Man, right when I pull into the Jiffy Loops, I look up again, and this fool blocked the driveway of the Jiffy Loops.
What?
And turns his lights on. Yeah. So I'm like, what the fuck? And now I'm like, I'm tripping. Now I'm like,
yeah.
It's
with
getting
no
real.
reason, no illegal turn, no fucking.
Yeah. So now I'm like, you can't panic yet, bro. Like, you know, like you gotta chill.
Get
you know?
together.
Yeah. So now, like, oh man, and this fool gets off, and I can see him, and he starts walking up to the truck, and I'm just like, right, just leave it alone. Maybe he walks right past you. You know, like just keep your windows nothing. I tell the homie like, hey, chill, we're good. All right. We're chilling, and now he walks up to the door. He knocks. Pull down the window. What's up? Hey, I want to pull you over because your back light is off. And that's when I'm already like, nah. And I tell him, I'm like, no, it isn't. And he's like, yeah, your tail light. And I was like, no, it isn't. My truck is good. Yeah. I know my truck. I maintenance my truck. My truck is good. I'm like, look, you want me to get off? And he's like, no, stay in the car. Stay in the car. He's like, as a matter of fact, he's like, I smell a strong odor of marijuana. I did have weed. So I could like, at that time it wasn't like super legal how it is now.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
You know? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so he was like, hey, I smell a strong odor of marijuana. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, he looks around and I'm like, fuck, this fool's like looking. And he's like, I have a canine dog with me. I want to make sure you don't have large amounts of marijuana with you. And I'm like, nah. I tell him, look, man, this is... Because now I'm panicking. Yeah. So now I'm like, nah, hell no, look, man, look, boom, I go and I pull out a little container with a little bit of weed in it. Yeah. And I'm like, this is all I got. Look it. Yeah. And look, and I pull out my little medical thing. I'm like, I'm allowed to have this. You're tripping. You know, like you're not gonna search my car. I tell him, like, you're not gonna search my car. I'm legit. Yeah. I have my license, everything. My tail light is good because I could get off right now and show you. And he's like, no, stay in the car. Wow. I'm gonna have my canine sniff right now, and I'm calling backup. And I said, man. I look at the homie, I'm like, man, fuck this fool. Yeah. And he's like, what? He's like, yeah, fuck this fool. So I pull up the window, and he's looking at me, and I pull up the window on him, and he's like, and I'm like, man, boom, I put it on reverse. Yeah. Mind you, right when I put it on reverse, my truck used to trip. My F-150, it was a nice truck and everything, but every time we put it on reverse, it would go from kind of like from reverse to neutral, which is a good thing, right? Because I go to reverse, and I floor it. And it's just revving. Oh, yeah, it didn't go because it was on neutral. Right, and he's like, oh shit. Mind you, well, I didn't find out. Yeah, I didn't find this out till later, right? Like later down. But while it was on neutral revving, the other cop that I guess that his backup that already came already
was behind you.
Was behind the truck, and he was like, because the little fucking Jiffy Loops camera caught everything. Oh, so now it's like, and he's like, you know, so you saw it. So he runs out the way, but like, imagine I would have took him.
Yeah, no, for real.
Yeah, you know, like, you know, so if it would have just got straight to reverse, man, would I get like, yo, so it saved me right there.
Yeah, no,
yeah, for sure. So this one gets out the way, right? Boom, I see it, like, because later on I found this out. I didn't know at the moment, right? So I'm like, it's not going nowhere. And the little homie like, no, just chill, fool. Because this fool's already, now the cop's already like trying to pull out on me and everything. Yeah. So now I look and I'm like, boom, because I already knew my truck. I'm like, this shit was not neutral. Boom, I put it on reverse and boom, it goes. And right when it goes, I rode right into the cop car. Boom, 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 him. And I'm like, man, let's go. So we go, dude. I tell the homie, get down, fool. They're gonna start shooting. Sure enough. Boom, boom, boom. I'm like, oh, yeah. So now I'm gone. I'm like, you know what? Let's go. Now they shot. We already hit the cop car. They're everywhere.
Yeah, we're fucked now.
So the wheels go fall out, you know? And yeah, we're in a high-speed chase. And mind you, I'm driving, and I look at the homie, and I'm like, hey, fool, throw out the bags. And he's like, what? No, he starts panicking. He's young too.
And he just got out.
He's like 19 years old. He's like 19 years old.
How long was he out?
He was out for like a day or two.
Fuck,
I was looking out for the little homie. You know?
I don't go looking for trouble.
It just lies. Yeah. He had just got out. So I was like, hey, I'm gonna hook you up. You're gonna come with me, keep point, and I'm gonna give you money.
Yeah.
I was already thinking, I'm gonna give him like 2 racks just to keep point.
I'm gonna take you under my wing.
Yeah, and I'm hopping about.
And
you know?
you're still helping him out because you're like, he ain't gonna go back right now. No,
Yeah.
But if you go back, you're gonna have money on your books.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's how my mindset was towards it, right? I thought I was hopping about, which is dumb.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's like, no. So I go, we go on a high-speed chase. Now he gets panicked. Now he don't want nothing to do with anything because now he's panicked out. I'm like, man, I start cussing at him, all types of things, right? So anyway, so I go reach back to the back, and I am like, you know what? I'm gonna throw them out.
Yeah.
Because I'm driving, and I'm like, you know what? They're gonna catch me for a high-speed pursuit. They're not gonna catch me for all this because at the time too, I'm thinking this is a life sentence. Mm-hmm. At the time, I'm already thinking, like, for some reason in my mind, I really thought this was it because this is like a federal charge.
Oh, yeah. After so many,
Yeah. I was like, this is it. Like, you know, go all out or don't. Because if you just pull over right now, you just went out like nothing, you know? Yeah, you know? Yeah. So I'm like, go. So I end up going on the high-speed pursuit. I end up trying to open the bags. When I go to open the first one, I go to bust it, and it's all filled. The inner one is filled with grease. So now my hands are all filled with grease, and now I'm pissed. And it's wrapped like 3 times, right? Because it's the first one, then it's the second one wrapped with grease, then it's the second one to cover keep the grease away. Yeah, for the canines. Yeah, you know? And I'm like, fuck, man. I'm like, I go and now I'm all greased up. I'm like, man, just throw them out. So now I get mad and we're just tossing them out. Big old 5-pounders. Boom.
Grease all over the wheel.
Yeah, they found 26.
Damn it.
Oh,
yeah, man.
Out of 50?
Out of 50, they found 26.
Almost.
Almost.
Who else got that shit?
They found 26 of them.
Bums on the side.
That's a trip, man. That's a trip. But yeah.
No shit.
I'm catching the Cassia Freeway, and they had already blown my tires. So my tires are out. And now I'm running on 2 tires, the 2-sided ones. So I'm still in a high-speed pursuit with no tires. I should have hit a match suspension and tire. Had to throw that one in, you know? But yeah, so I go to turn, and the truck almost flipped on me. So that's when I had already stopped because it did like a whole little two little 360s on me.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, because that's how fast in the turn I was going. So it went like, and when I stopped, I was facing the cops.
You were on rims.
Yeah, we were.
Okay, yeah.
So when I stopped, we were facing the cops, and I'm like still like boom, trying to put it on reverse, and like still trying to go up the freeway. Yeah. And at this point, my little homie's yelling like, "Stop, bro, stop!" Like, so yeah. I was like, oh yeah. I was like. Now I don't know where he's at now. Now he's right. Now he's right in a straight line, which is good. Yeah. But he doesn't show his face after that.
That straightened him out.
That's good. See, I helped him out. You know?
Oh shit.
Yeah. I don't know where he's at now, but hopefully he's doing good, man.
Yeah. Shout out to the homie.
Yeah. After he got out, he went straight, and I'm not. But. Haven't heard from him since. Yeah. After our case, because I still seen him in the county. You know, that was still a thing. You know. Yeah. But after that, I think they gave him 4 years with half in the county, and because they were the passenger and they seen drugs flying out his side of the window. So they were like, they couldn't pin them with the guns or nothing. Because I was even like, I was kind of like, hey, take the guns, I'll take this, because I was trying to like figure it out, you know?
Yeah,
and I'm like, you're already in here, fool. Like, here, you take the gun, you know?
Let's split this up.
Yeah, you know, but he sounded a little panicked, and I wasn't gonna force nothing on nobody, you know. So I was just like, whatever, like, you know, you take whatever they give you, and I'm gonna take this, you know.
Yeah.
So I take it. I'm looking at like 80 something years, right? And I'm already
at first when they hit you.
Yeah, because you know they pile you, they hit charge after charge after charge after charge, yeah, you know.
Yeah.
So they hit me with that. I fought it. I'm like, I decided to go pro per. I know you know pro per. You fight your own case.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was my own attorney. You know, I was like, you know what? They're gonna wash me up. I might as well try to, like, if they're gonna hang me, I'm gonna hang myself. You know, I'm gonna go for it. You know, I'm gonna try to be my own lawyer. Not just that, but they weren't giving me a lot of information. You know, like about my case, because I wanted to see, like, hey, the ones that they found.
You need all that discovery.
Yeah, I need to know the discovery. You know, they weren't giving me nothing. So I went to try to fire my attorney. They didn't let me. You know, they didn't let me. They don't let you do stuff like that. You can't just be like, hey, you're fired. You know, you got to go through the process, you know. So I went and I asked the judge. They take everybody out. They discuss the reason why you guys ain't. If the judge doesn't seem it fit, it's like, dude, we don't got money to be paying fucking lawyers, you know? Like, this is the one we assigned to you. This is what you got. Yeah. You know, yeah. And I'm like, you know what? Run it. I'm cool. I don't need to know nobody then. Yeah. Why? Because at this time, I'm already losing my little money that I did have saved up. And mind you, I left behind a wife and kids. Yeah, you know, like, so now my buddy's already getting drained with them. Now she never worked in her life. I was taking care of her, so she didn't know what she was doing. So, yeah. So now I'm like, now I got to figure this out. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to defend myself. I'm going to go pro per. And I do. I go in there. They ask me the questions. Did they end up raiding your house after that too? Yeah, they raided. While I was getting in the high-speed pursuit, they were already raiding my mom's and my grandma's house. Yeah, because mind you, my truck
that comes with it.
Yeah, my truck was under my mom's name and everything. You know, my ID. Yeah. So immediately they go hit my grandma's. Yeah, they hit my grandma and my mom's house while I was still in the pursuit.
Shit.
Yeah. So by the time they brought me to the station, they already hit every location. Like, tick, tick, tick. So that's what I'm saying. It was like an operation. Yeah. Because it wasn't just off of a
right.
Yeah, you know,
your tail light.
Yeah, you know. Yeah. And it was an operation crew that did it. It was a Redondo Beach crash unit thing, you know. Oh, so they weren't even around the area. They were for sure it was an operation. They were onto
someone.
Yeah, you know. So
either your plug or you.
Something, right? But that's how that happened. So I do. I go pro per. I fight it, and by the time they shoot me 15 years, I'm happy. I'm like, hell yeah.
Yeah. Fuck that 80
years,
shit.
Run that. 15 years, run that with 80%. And I'm thinking, okay, because I'm already looking at the charges I'm taking because I'm pro per, right? So I'm looking at everything and I'm like, you know what? Right here it says a 5-year prison term. I've never been in prison before. This is gonna be my first time in prison. But since I have a strike because I had that 1-year county lit for a robbery, you know, they're like, you know what? They think I was in prison in the system or something, you know? I probably could fight this later. Yeah. So I'm like, take it right now and they probably appeal it later. I was telling myself that. Yeah. And I did that. And sure enough, it worked. Because out of the 15 years, I only did 9 years. Yeah. Because of that law, a law passed that 5-year prison prior. Didn't count for nothing. Yeah, you know about it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so down the way it worked. I ended up doing 9 years, yeah. Yeah, I ended up doing 9 years. That's crazy. But I was up and down Cali. I started I catch my time, catch the chain, I go to Wasco. I'm right there in Wasco for a minute because it was taking a little minute to transfer people, so I post up right there probably for like 6 months or something. They moved me to Arizona. Okay. I go to Arizona, I'm there, man, I'm in orientation longer than I'm on the line, right? I'm in orientation probably like 2-3 weeks. They gave me enough time to order like my stuff. By the time they threw me on the line, my stuff was already there, which was like an Xbox. Mind you, I'm thinking I'm going to stay there for a minute, right? Because I'm posting up.
Right. That's
it's a good yard. It's everything's legit. Why not, right? Boom. So I go and I get my package, everything, whatever. I had an Xbox. I had everything. That was cool. So I went, I had my TV, everything. Well, something comes up, right? Boom. And I'm like, you know what? I happen to have to take care of it because it was going to happen in my cell. So I'm like, you know, it's in my cell, it's my house, my rules. So we're going to do it this way. Yeah. So it happened. And the homeboy was cool, but later on he had internal bleeding. He blew up, you know, because I guess he had internal bleeding. So he blew up and he got airlifted. You know, when he got airlifted, they ran the cameras and they seen the cell. You know, so they came and they picked me up. Boom, that was my first shoot term. They gave me a SBI, strong bodily injury. Yeah, you know. That was my first shoot term. I go to Corcoran shoot. I'm there, and they suspend my shoe. I'm not even a month there, and they suspend my shoe. My counselor called me, hey, we could suspend your shoe because it's your first time in prison. You have a wife and kids. They start evaluating you, you know?
Really?
So they did, and I'm like, oh yeah, I have all that, yeah, you know, I have a career too, I'm a mechanic, you know, I start throwing in all the extras, you know,
Here's my resume.
yeah, you know, so they suspend my shoe, and they're like, look, we could get you out, and then what you do is you'll go to the 180, to the 180, but if you get in trouble within the what was it, like 18 months or something like that, you have to do the remainder of the shoot time.
Yeah.
So I'm like, cool, run that. So bam, they shoot me to Pelican Bay. Boom, I'm to the mainline, to the 180. Bam, so from Corcoran shoot, they shoot me to Pelican Bay. I'm in Pelican Bay. Man, not even a month. I'm in the month, yeah.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, and they come and they talk to my celly, right? I'm standing on the door and I can see homeboy going down, right? And people are like saying, I can hear them saying no to stuff, you know? And I'm thinking to my head, man, we're in Pelican Bay State Prison. Motherfuckers say no? You know, I'm thinking that to my head, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, people are saying no here? And I'm just like quiet, and I'm like, whatever, you know? And they come to my door, and I'm just like, hey, what's up, G? Hey, let me talk to your celly, G. Por favor. Oh, yeah. I get out the way. The homie comes up, right? Now I throw homie's name out there, but the homie comes up. Mind you, this homie was talking a good one. That's how I be saying, like, the ones that talk the loudest are like, yo, this one would talk a good one. He had just got out the shoot to himself, you know? And he was like, woo, 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 woo. He had 20 years, so he was like always talking a good one. Oh, yeah, this is my third something pegada, woo, woo, woo. Right? So he's on a good run.
Yeah.
All right? So they come and they ask him. They're like, hey, we need this taken care of. You think you can take care of it in the yard?
Yeah.
You know, this needs to happen. It needs to go. You're gonna go too. You know. Hey, well,
He's telling you.
he's telling my celly.
Oh, okay.
I'm minding my own business. Mind
Yeah,
you, I
yeah,
just got
yeah,
there too. But the
yeah.
homies are like, hey, the homie's cool. He's staying. You know, the
Yeah.
homie's cool. You know. They're on my celly because my celly he runs a mouthpiece. Mind you, you're
okay,
loud.
yeah.
You're loud. You think you're big bad wolf, man. That's so where you're at. You know, yeah. So they come and they tell him like, hey, what's up? You know, we got this. Woo, woo. He's like, hey, look, man. Look, G, any other time, woo, 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 but I just got out the shoe, woo, 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 like, and there's plenty of other motherfuckers that ain't done nothing, woo, woo, woo. So he starts going on a whole politic one, right?
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting there, mind you, I'm fresh in prison, I'm young too, you know,
I
I'm
can't
just
believe
sitting.
that fool said that like that. There's a
Right.
lot of other fools.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. He's a lot of other fools that woo, 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 that they ain't never done nothing, and woo, woo, and I'm just like listening the whole time, right?
All of us.
And I'm mind you, I'm a Sally, so I'm just like, whatever. yeah, you know, like, yeah, I'm listening to it, like, whatever, you know? And then I don't know what got into me, man. Because I look back now and I'm like, well, it makes me the man I am, you know? I'm hearing it, and I'm like, hey, G. And he's like, yeah. I'm like, hey, so look, I know, you know, like, the Spencer, they get interrupt, you know? But, like, what's supposed to happen? Because, like, I already heard a few homies say chales. And he's like, look, so he gives me the rundown of what's going to happen. Boom, 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 boom. This needs to happen. And he's like, I'm looking at Marcelo, and I'm like, you're good? He's like, well, it's because I just got out. See, we both just got out the shoe. So now he starts throwing me in, yeah. See, we both just got out the shoe, and we're right here. And I was like, look, no, don't trip, look. Hey, look, so who is it? Look, give me the rundown. I was like, so he gives me the rundown. And I'm like, okay, look, tell him I'm going to take care of that. Tell the homies I'm going to take care of that.
Yeah.
He's like, the homie looked and he's like, yeah? He's like, yeah, tell him I'm going to take care of that. And mind you, at this time, it's my pride now. Because now I'm like, fool, you talk a good one. You know,
Yeah.
But yeah, and I was like, what? So yeah, I signed up for that. Right? I signed up for that.
Yeah. It's on now.
Yeah. So now, mind you, the whole night, I'm regretting.
Like, what did I
do just to show this?
Right.
Like, yeah, you know, if I do this one, if I do the homie leaves for the door and I look, and I'm like, and I go and I'm thinking, and I'm sitting down in my bunk, and I'm like already thinking, planning everything out. I'm already getting myself ready. I'm like, all right, you know, I started writing one time asking for people's hygiene because I had just came out the shoe, so I already know the rundown. I know what I can and what I can't take, you know. So I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna need to take my little hygiene with me. So I'm already nervous. Now I'm already regretting everything. Why the hell did I speak up, right?
Yeah.
Now the homie, now he's like sitting there and now he's quiet the whole time. I'm just like doing my thing, moving around, getting myself ready because I'm gonna do this in the morning.
Yeah.
So so I'm packing all my stuff. And now I'm nervous too. So I'm just quiet. And now I'm mad at him. I'm like, I'm mad at him, but I should really be mad at myself, you know? Like I should be pissed at myself, you know?
If you didn't fucking speak up, or if you did speak up, I would have to be in this predicament.
Like, you know? Like it was more like me trying to be like the big badass, you know? Like,
Right.
And it's a trip because even to this day I do it, like even when the work. I don't give up, not because my pride kicks in. I'm like, I'm the big, but I'm mentioned suspension. So let me finish this job, you know? And let me get, you know? So it's always been my stubbornness, you know? My stubbornness that gets me into trouble and gets me, you know, makes me the man I am, you know? So, sure enough, he's like, hey, call him back and tell him that I'll just do it. Call him back and tell him, here, let me start. I'm gonna write him. When you go out to Pill Line right now, go drop it off to the homie. Tell him I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be like, hell nah. I told him, hell nah. Like, fool, what I look like? I'm just signing up for stuff and just like, I'm like, nah, bro. I'm in Pelican Bay. Like, I'm right here. I'm right here.
I already fucking signed up.
So I was like, hell nah, what am I gonna look like?
No, for real. Like, that's like the fool saying no.
Yeah, it's like, hey, you know what? Hey, you know what? I found somebody to take my spot. Here you go. Yeah. Like, fool, why'd you say anything to begin with? We don't get down like that, you know? Like, you know, you took the job, you finished the job, you know? So, sure enough, the next day, I do my thing. I go to the shoe. I'm already knowing I'm going to the shoe, right? Now, but mind you, I just got a suspended shoe. So now I'm like, I'm not going back there for a little bit of time. You know?
Yeah, you're going to catch that other one.
Yeah, I'm catching this shoe and I'm catching that shoe. Yeah. And now I'm worried about DA referrals. Now I'm stressing. Yeah, you know, now I'm like I'm a 2-striker already. I'm putting my life, not once already, but twice. I'm putting my life in jeopardy. Like, fuck, man. Whatever. If I make it out of here, I make it out of here. And I'm going to know what I'm going to do when I get out. You know, we'll know what you're going to do because you had the opportunity to do it and you didn't do it. So ride hard now, no te rajes now.
Yeah.
But when you get out, if you make it out the way you're going, you lock in and you make sure you do the right thing to not make it back. And when you do, remember this, you know, and I do, but when I sit there and I start feeling like, damn, it's slow. Or like everything, I remember like being locked up in the bay and looking at the side and being like, telling myself that if I make it out, when I get out, I ain't never coming back. Why? Because I want to be working. Because what got me here was chasing a dream. And I just chased it wrong. You know?
That part.
Yeah, you know, that's all it was. What got me here was chasing a dream and I just chased it wrong. So when I went in there, I didn't go in there and be like, oh, well, now I'm going to start praying to God because I love God. And I do pray to him every day. In there I did too. But I wasn't going to be a hypocrite, you know? Like I wasn't going to be like, you know what? Let me walk right here when I was trying to do this over here, you know?
Yeah.
It was like, you know, that's just my state of mind, though. I don't knock anybody that's ever done that thing because I see them, hey, if they're doing right, that's good for them, you know? Right. If they're not, then that's just basically what I was trying to avoid. You know, I was trying to avoid being your lame ass, you know? Like, you know, like, because
there's a lot of fools that they'll start, you know, claiming born again Christian, but
you know, there's nothing wrong with loving God.
No,
I love God and I pray to him and I give him my thanks and I'm very grateful and everybody that sees me will know and that, hey, you know what, that's the homie. I'm pretty sure he's a man of God. You know, I could look at it. We carry that.
There's some that, you know, they actually follow through with it, and then there's some that are just they're just doing that for the front.
Yeah, and you know what?
that one I don't agree with.
Yeah, and I don't believe that I would be the right one to front anything because I believe that I have a good heart, but I don't play that shit. I don't know. You get me? Yeah. So it's like I feel that if I were to be like, oh, you know, like this is what I do, I feel that one day I would be a hypocrite because my temper's not for that. You get me? I have a short temper. I'm human. You know, I know everybody sees me on IG and everything, but it's like how you say, like, you know this because you're very disciplined yourself, you know? Yeah. I know because you work out, all that. Like,
but I got the short fuse too, dog.
Exactly what you mean.
That's my demon that I deal with.
But so you know what I mean. Yeah. Right? You get me? You have that discipline to be like, And in a way, even though I haven't locked in like you yet, I will though. You know, but like I have that discipline. Yeah, I have that discipline in my head where I'm like, you know, like nah, you know. I don't know how to explain it.
To check yourself.
Yeah, you know.
She's good with that kind of stuff, like breaking that down.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah.
I get it.
No, yeah. That's what
That's what
got
you
me
learned.
into
But
trouble.
that's a good moment though that you were just talking about, as far as like, okay, like being in there, and then you're like, all right, I got to remember this moment because I'm never coming back. This is it, and this is all. Yeah. But in order for you to, in the future, you were thinking ahead. Like, when I get out of here, if I make it out, this it's gotta.
Yeah. When I come to those, sorry to interrupt you. When I come to those thoughts like that, this is what she tells me. That's growth, babe. That is growth. You are growing from within.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree because I do that a lot. I even in traffic. I'm one of them. I'm probably a road rager. I'm probably sure one of my followers probably been like, I'll be already trying to take somebody off the road. I don't doubt it, you know. But like, I'm human, you know. Like, like, it's a trip because a lot of people see it and they're like, how are you so this? How are you so that? Man, there's those days where I'm not so this, you know, where I'm not so that, you know. But just like having that discipline, we have to kind of choose to be happy. Mm-hmm. I don't know if that makes sense. You know, kind of like you gotta choose to wake that ass up and get it. You know,
It's a choice for sure.
Yes, you know, yeah.
Like
and I learned that in prison.
I saw something the other day about where they were talking about like dudes like us, why we go in and out or why we stay locked up or whatever. It's because our emotions aren't in check. We're emotionally fucked. When we don't know how to control our temper.
Oh, well, you're just constantly reacting rather than responding to situations.
Yeah,
when you just impulse.
Yeah, when you are able to take some shit from somebody and just walk away, that's when you've won.
Yeah,
like because that you don't put yourself in that position where you get locked up and then you're setting yourself back constantly and you're in that pattern. Yeah. That's when you have grown. Like that, I saw that the other day and I was like, "Fuck, man, that's me right there." Like, I gotta lock in.
yeah.
And otherwise, we're gonna keep setting ourselves back and starting from square one again.
Yeah,
we gotta emotionally.
And sometimes I feel like, since I'm a two-striker, sometimes I feel like this is my last chance. Mm-hmm. You know, some people, you know, like that weird, you know, like sometimes you hear it, they're like, oh, you know, but it's like, what you mean? You ain't been through nothing to say. But like, I sometimes feel that way.
Did you really feel that? Like,
you know, I sometimes feel like, because I'm a two-striker. If I'm gonna commit any law, it's not gonna be no petty law. You get me? So I'm gonna end up in prison for life. So let's
if it's gonna be for something, it's gonna be something really good.
Yeah, you know, right? Like I'm not like, and I don't ever want to be in prison. So we're gonna try to stay right. You know, you know. So when I hear you say that, like hey, like we want, like it's still a hard struggle for me, but. You know, I don't know if you followed me long enough. Like I had gotten jumped not that long ago. Like
I saw that. I didn't see. I didn't know what happened.
There was a follow up what I said later. I ended up going into a bar. You know, we were celebrating. I ended up going into a bar. Some guy follows me into they were a bike club. Right? They follow me into the restroom.
Oh, to the restroom.
Yeah, you know, one of them, and he tries to like get up behind me. And this is what I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you. I'm still very short tempered in a way. You know, because I felt not threatened but challenged. I'm like, what the hell are you doing behind me while I'm taking a piss? You know, like,
and if anybody's been, you know, to prison, you know, like when you get that close, you say, hey, excuse me. You know,
you know. So I went off. I said some remarks like, hey, what you doing right behind me? Like, you know. So he didn't take it and I didn't take it, and we bumped heads. Yeah. And we went at it. So now we're going at it in the restroom. I'm tossing him around, ragdolling him, and his homies come in and they. There's probably like 6-7 of them hit me with poles and everything.
No shit.
Well, they didn't realize who they were getting because I was already doing my thing, so everybody already knew me.
Yeah.
They didn't know who they were getting, so others started coming in. They were like, "Oh shit, get off!" But by that time, they already had me. Yeah. But it goes back to what we were talking about. Like, it's that short temper where I'm like. Oh, you get me? Like, I could have just, I don't know, you know, I look back now, I could have just be quiet and just walked away, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
But I'm not that.
I get like that, like in the, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No. But that's just that right there. You're just realizing that now.
Yeah.
Some people would just keep it pushing, right? And they don't even reflect at all at like what had happened, how it could have been different, how they could have done better, you know what I mean? But you just right there is this is like I feel like this is that growth where it's the beginning phases. You actually thinking about that right now is basically setting you up for that change that's about to come very soon because you're already there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's showing that.
Yeah, you're right. Cause maybe the way I learn is I learn tough, and that's the way God teaches me. You know, and I know it's good because He allows it to happen for me to learn and proceed. You know.
Yeah.
And even that, I felt like it was a lesson.
Yeah.
You know, it was more like, yeah, I do. You know, I do. I'd be like, yeah.
I'm telling you, like when you get on the Zoom calls with us, I've learned so much with her within this past year, bro. Like that I didn't know the year before that, especially with my temper. Like, cause I'll get like that, like how you know what I mean? That feeling, you know, when like I'm in the store, the restaurant, and you know, like some dude like just doesn't know any better, and he goes like especially a dude that like that's around my age, you know what I mean, and just comes by me like this, like that for some reason, because how we're taught, you
There's
know,
no
like,
courtesy in the public. People that have been locked up, they don't have that common courtesy or that respect.
and I'm like,
And it's a trip because the ones who expect and want that courtesy are the ones who give the least, you know, like they give no credit, you know, so like that's what tripped me up because even in that situation, the ones that jump me or something, like right, I look back now and I'm like, these are all guys who, you know what that want to how you say like fit in a way, because why are you doing all that? Why? Because you're a grown ass man running around this. I don't know. You know, maybe, but then again, there's so many people out there, so I'll probably be pinching the wrong nerve, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know. In my eyes, it was like you guys are trying to fit in to be something that, you know.
It's
like,
all ego.
Yeah.
For sure.
Maybe me too at the time. I was probably, but I don't think I was trying to fit in. I was just trying to be stubborn, you know.
Yeah, that was your pride.
Yeah, that was my pride for sure. I think I could have walked away. I think I could have probably dealt with it different.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could just like me, like I ignore it, you know, even though it really like bothers me still, like, and I still feel like I'm working with that, you know, but I also think too, like, dude, I don't want to go back to prison and start back from
You
square
could
one.
have that day.
Because you know that's gonna send somebody or me to the hospital.
Okay.
And or prison.
Yeah.
You know, and then what? We're back to square one.
Right.
You know, like God forbid homeboy fucking falls on his head and, you know, dies and you know what I mean? Like, yeah. So many scenarios.
No, you're right.
You just I think in my head I don't want to start back from square one, so I'm gonna ignore this one.
There you go. See, that's what you gotta do these days.
Yeah.
But going back to your sentence, like how after that whole the shoot time and everything, at what point did you in your sentence, like towards the end, in the middle, right after that, like that you were like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna start doing things right? And how did you spend your time in there?
You know what? I think I would be lying if I sat here and I was like, oh, you know, like my thoughts never been, how you say, like, what is the word to say? Like, my thoughts never been like, there was a time, but I mean, like, not like my thoughts never been like when malice. I don't know if that makes sense. You know, so even when I was selling drugs and everything, it wasn't like with a malice intent. Even though I was causing it, was selling drugs and everything. It wasn't with a malice intent. You get me? So I don't think there was ever a point where I had like a different mindset, more like a different direction.
Okay.
Does that make sense or no? Sense. Because I'm like I never thought I was ever like malice, because I generally always just wanted to have a shop. I wanted to open up my business. I wanted to, you know, wanted to take care of my family. That's what initially why I locked in and became a manager and you know. So I don't think that I don't think even while I was in prison I felt like, oh, this is my turning point, because my turning point happened in the streets. You get me? I just needed to keep up. I don't know if that makes sense, does it?
Yeah.
Because
I get it.
Yeah,
but you applied yourself towards.
Yeah, but just prison is like it's a trip because as I think in anything in life, right? You have to address it as you go, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, as you go, you know. So that's what I'm saying. Like I think all my situations that happened that got me into where I got me, I think I just addressed it as I went. But my intentions were never wrong. My intentions were to always do right, have a business, open up a shop one day, and if I could help people, I'll help them out. I just didn't do it right because I didn't know any better. I just knew that I could sell drugs.
That's what you
Yeah.
knew. That's what you worked with.
So that's why when people ask me that, generally I get that like, oh, people change your life, everything. And like I've always felt like I've always had a good heart.
Yeah.
You get me? I've always felt like I was like I knew my direction. I knew that I had wheels and tires and suspension. I always knew that was my breadwinner. I just knew that I wasn't doing it right.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It makes total sense.
Yeah.
You didn't need like any kind of mindset shift in there because your mindset was always like to do good. I mean, you know, in the ways, try to take care of yourself, your family, and whatnot, and do the right things. But there had to be something like in there that you took from it. You know, like you learned, you know, to not take time for granted.
Oh,
Take your
yes.
relationships.
Maybe
for
that
granted,
for sure. Yeah.
You know, like your kids now, like everything is more of like, okay, now you have a different outlook. Maybe not the mindset, but you know, your outlook, right? Your perspective had
Maybe
changed.
maybe that, right? Because I do feel that I'm a lot more patient. Maybe not so much in the stubbornness part, but
Yeah.
I'm more patient in our goals.
Mm-hmm.
You get me? Like if we set a goal, we're not gonna get there. We're not gonna get there in a week or two, unless it's a week or two goal. You get me? Yeah. You know, like,
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like, but we're not gonna get there. So I learned that we set our goals and we work towards our goal.
That's a big one. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, and that comes back with patience, you know, with
Yeah.
patience from being in prison.
Yeah.
Because I've seen grown men wait patiently to get back there. You know, get back whatever they needed to get back. You know,
Yeah.
so it's like I look back down and I'm like, I learned patience, you know, and I understand where my goal's at. Now, patiently, we're gonna work towards it. You know, now if I
No more
yeah.
fast
Crazy that you
money.
said that.
Now
Like,
it's
the way I thought about it is like, if I could be patient in here, I could be patient out there. Like,
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and-
don't
and-
rush nothing. You know.
Yes, and you know what's the trip that you learn that wait a second, you were just stressed out 2 weeks ago for something that worked its way out. Why? Because mind you, I wasn't in prison with my hands crossed. I was out there, so it was like there was a whole bunch of incidents that I ran into. It wasn't just those two shoots. There was a lot of life-threatening incidents that I worked through, and I look back later and I was like, you were stressed out, and you worked through that. You lived through that. You were patient enough to understand it, to and get the situation, digest the situation, and be like, you know what?
And get
It's
through
gonna
it.
work its way out, but don't try to be grimy. Don't try to get over on people. Don't try to be like a little thief. Don't do none of that. Why? Because it doesn't work.
Right.
It's let's be patient, and it's gonna work its way out. You know,
Yeah.
and it has been. It has
Yeah.
been. So I think that's, if anything, I think patience is one of the main things that I see. Like, why? Because I actually saw it with my own eyes, seen things work its way out. You know. You know, like, you know, does that make sense?
Yeah. Like
you know?
they say,
My
this
thing
too
is,
shall pass. You know. just
don't do
time,
anything that karma's gonna come bite you in the ass with. That's what.
Yeah.
That was me.
Oh yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. So coming out, then everything's just like, all right, everything's kind of. Well, how was it for you? As soon as you walked out those doors, okay, like 9 years later, that's a long time. And I know because I had to go through my sentence through COVID too. It made it feel like the 2 years of COVID was 20 years. You know what I mean?
man.
And there with like lockdown after lockdown. But
Yeah.
like when you come out, I was paranoid. I was like, they see me in my prison grades and everybody knows. I'm looking around at fucking Burger King or wherever we went to take a piss. And I'm like, dude, how is it for you stepping out and 9 years later? Like, things change.
Oh yeah.
You know, like the market, the plaza, the shopping center, whatever, it's not the same anymore.
Your family.
You know, shit's fucking,
Yeah.
you know,
your friends.
rebuilt.
Yeah.
How was that?
City don't look the
You know,
same.
you know what? I came out, and my mindset was like, it's crazy to say it, you know, because it's kind of like, but my mindset was like, you have no friends, you have nothing, you left, and you lost everything. Right now, you gain it all and more. So I didn't come out with expecting anybody to help me. I didn't come out with having anybody feel sorry for me, because I felt it as like they didn't feel sorry for me for the last 9 years.
Yeah.
You know, and I know because I tested all those waters. Because like I told you, I didn't live prison with my hands folded. I was doing my thing. So I tested every water, and I never burned bridges. That's one thing I never did. They burned their own bridges, which is a trip. You know, I don't know if that makes sense.
They
you
just
know?
fall off naturally.
They fall
you
off
find out.
naturally.
Yeah, you find out who's who really quick.
Yeah, because I never burned bridges because I was never one to be like, hey, over here, hey, give me over here, give me over there. It was always I had something to offer. If anything, I was always like, hey, I got a lick. Hey, I got this. I was always hustling, right? So I always had something to offer. So I get my mindset came out like, dude, come out, work, worry about working, and get back on your mission, but don't sell drugs, don't get involved in nothing illegal, because you're shorting it again, and all you're doing is shorting yourself again because you just told yourself years that you're not gonna do that. You're not gonna do that, and you know what's the trip out? God. I'm not saying so much. I can't throw it all on God. Maybe the devil should, but they'll tempt you right out the gate. You know?
Yeah.
Because mind you, I come out and like I told you, I was in there. I came out big bad me, right?
Yeah.
So here, at your expense, what do you need done, right? Like, I had it good when I came out, but I wasn't gonna use those avenues because I was like, you know what?
I know better now.
I know better. I know where it's gonna take me.
Yeah.
Why? Because I was just in there with homies that just came back because they just got back into doing what they were doing, thinking they just knew better now, how to do it better now.
Yeah.
How to no. There's shortcuts. That's what you know.
But now they're doing 25 to life.
Yeah.
You know, like,
now they're picking up freaking federal indictments on all the homies that I was just in there with. You know.
Yeah.
Right now I just seen one right here in Santa Ana. They just picked up federal indictments. I was just locked up with the homies that they were lifers. They just got out from doing life sentences that they got out from like laws changing, and they just picked up a federal indictment. I seen them all over online, and I'm like, I was just with the homies, like they're the homies, like they're the, you know, and they just got picked up on the federal. And I look back and I'm like, all those,
that's it.
All those were, that could have all been me.
Their chances, gone.
Yeah, that could have all been me. You know, like why? Because I came out with the same opportunity. You know, if not more. You know, but I have a good head on my shoulder. So it's you know, I came out with, but I didn't choose that route.
That's that growth.
Yeah,
I
didn't choose that route.
So now you go back to what you know, tires.
Yeah. I say I get out on November 23rd, and then I'm already thinking, like I said, I'm already thinking I'm not gonna mess up. So I get my job back on the 27th. I was planning to go right back the next day, but I needed to give the family whatever, you know, give them a little bit of like 2-3 days. But I was anxious to get back to work. Right, because I was on a mission.
You just want to stay busy, yeah.
Yeah, I was on a mission. My mission was
recoup all your loss.
Yeah, you just gave up 9 years of your life for your dream. You just went in there, maxed out your time because you weren't. I was. You know what's the trip? Since my case was a non-violent crime, I was only supposed to do 3 years. But since I caught my first shoot term right off the back, they ended up having to give me the max out. But since I dropped to 5 years, I ended up only doing 9.
Right.
You get me? So you get me? So, but since I fell under a Prop 57, I was supposed to go under a nonviolent offender. But since I went into prison, GP, active, boom, right off the back, I catch my shoot term. You know?
Yeah.
That took off that took my name off the ballot.
Yeah.
You know, then I go to Pelican Bay and I catch another. Now it's really off the ballot because now it's a Pelican Bay shooter.
Yeah.
So now they're not. So that came off the ballot quick. You know. So if I had the opportunity to come home in 3 years, and I didn't. You know. And I look back now and I'm like, you know, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, I regret it because I know my kids lost a lot of my time. I lost a lot of time. You know, but it's part of life.
Yeah.
Part of life. You know, you survive it and you make it stronger, you know?
It was your path, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. For
You
sure.
know? But hey, I came out with a mission. I came out and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna open up mention, suspension, and tires because I had already made up the name. Yeah.
And you were in there. You got plenty of time to eat, right? And you're like,
when I was in Pelican Bay, I went in. I would go into the. It's a trip, right? Because I would go into the yard, and the yard is a small yard, probably like maybe a little bit bigger than this room, like, you know, and that's the yard, right? Concrete yard. So I'd come out to yard, and I'd come out, and I'd just be walking in that little room in circles, and I'd be praying, and I'd be telling God, I'd be like, man, when I make it out of here, I want to open up a shop. I want to open up a shop. And I trip out, I get emotional because man, every day, big dog, like
Yeah.
every day I would, like when I would be working out and I'd get tired of prison, I would be like, I want to open up a shop. Like the homies knew about it. All my cellies knew about it. I tatted myself up with nothing but tires and Michelin
shit.
and Goodyear. I have all my little, I think, breathe, all this,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
tires, you know,
Yeah.
like tire suspension, like, so it kept me going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
It gave me something to like look forward to.
Because in that, I want to say in that little room, that concrete room, dog, it seems so far fetched. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, and I get it why you're so emotional about it, because you think that like it's so far out of reach there.
Oh
when
yeah.
you're there.
It seemed impossible.
Yeah.
Seemed impossible. And I look now, and I ain't no millionaire. I don't have no big old shop. I don't have nothing like that. But I locked in. You know.
That's right.
I really did. We go like I hit what it's just not nowhere near what I want. What I'm doing now is nowhere near what that big impossible plan. But my position, it makes me feel like I'm a lot closer than I have ever been in my life.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got,
Yeah.
Yeah. Amen.
yeah.
And I feel like
sure.
I'm a lot closer now than just thinking about it. Than
Yeah.
just
Wishing,
wishing it would
dreaming,
happen. Just I'm gonna start selling
waiting.
dope. Because even then, when I was already saving up my money, I was nowhere close to starting. Because a lot of us, we always just have that thought, but we never do it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So me waking up every day and I work and I bust my ass was exactly what I told myself I was gonna do every day when I would wake up. And I'd be like, fuck, I wish I was working. I wish I was getting ready for work right now. I would get up. I wish I was getting ready for work.
Yeah.
Every morning I would tell myself that. So now when I wake up, that's why I tell myself, wake that ass up, shake them sheets, hit that grill. It's program time.
That's right.
Why? Because that's every morning. That's exactly. And I need to have that reminder. So every morning when I wake up, I tell myself, wake that ass up, get to work, shake them sheets, program time.
Yeah.
Because it reminds me, it brings me back to like, you ask for this every day.
Yeah.
You asked to work. You didn't ask to give it handed to you. That's why when you said that oh, you got donated, I'm like, you know, when people offer me on my comments, like I'd be like, bro, you're giving me more by just spreading my word, spreading the
Right.
word, and mention suspension and tires. You know, like you pay me with $1 million. Don't donate to my cause. Don't just let your friends and family know that we are your next household name.
Yeah.
You know, like that's
right.
it. Boom, boom,
Not
boom,
a
you know?
charity. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, so I take it because I'm working my ass off for it. So that's why it's so emotional because it's
Blood, sweat, and tears.
literally blood, sweat, and tears.
No,
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because I think like you both of you guys, you know, from a fitness point of view, it's like you guys understand that sweat and tears, you know, like, you know, but not like in my perspective is like I'm building something with sweat and tears. I'm not saying you guys are not, but I'm just saying, you know, like it's a different type of sweat and tears. And it's like, but it's the same sweat and tears. You know, like so I feel comfortable enough to share that with you guys. I know you guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
we're
you're
all
purpose-driven.
We're cut from
You
the
know,
same cloth.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, that's why I'm
you know
able
what
to
it
open
takes.
up so clearly with you guys. You know, I've never all these little prison experiences. I haven't shared that with nobody. You know, but I do understand that as time goes, I have to open up myself more because people they look up to me just like they look up to you guys. You know, just like they look up to you guys. They look up to me and I don't want to give anybody the how you say, like the perspective that hey, even though it would be the right perspective, right? Do right, get right, you know?
Yeah.
But my perspective in life is work hard.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter what, how you say, like, it doesn't matter what path you were in, what path you think you're in now, you could still turn it around instantly.
That's right.
Instantly, because I didn't come out like and was like, oh, I don't know what to do. I knew exactly what to do. I could either gangbang tough or I could go open up mention suspension and tires. I had two options and I pill and I chose my option, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, because this time I had the choice and the knowledge and the patience to choose it. You know, like this
No,
time.
definitely.
Yeah, you
we
know?
all have that choice. It's just we choose wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
What can you say for people who want to make that choice and go in the right direction, but temptation gets the best of them?
It you know what? I honestly I think for me to tell anybody to just do it would be not s- would be in a way not smart because the way I did it with nothing. So I had no responsibilities. I came out with no family to be taken care of. I had already lost it all. You get me? So I came out from to build it. Somebody a normal just that's living out here and doing his thing. It's a lot more harder because they can't just give up everything. They you know they have their bills already. They have their family. They have a program going already. For them to just stop and just do it, it's a lot harder.
Yeah.
It really
Yes,
is.
yes, yes.
It's a big mental fight.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
lot harder because now what? So what? You expect me to give up because it took me to for me to actually start making money in mention suspension and tires. Well, it took me like damn near 6 months, 6 months to 7 8 months. I was giving away my work. I was giving away. I was breaking even, putting gas. So for somebody to build something that I've built and I'm still building, it takes a lot more. It takes a lot.
That's what, in the beginning, that's what I did. I was giving away programs because I was trying to show everybody what I can do.
Yeah.
Because
But that's what it takes, though.
because nobody was coming to me, though. You know what I mean? Because they didn't know me, for nothing. They were like,
Yeah.
"Who's this fool? I don't trust him." You know what I mean? Like, so I
Yeah.
had to people that kind of were looking at me like and supporting me, and I saw that they were working out. I would just choose them like, "Hey, are you interested?
Yeah.
I need somebody to showcase this.
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
just to get me out there."
Mhm.
So I know exactly what you.
Yeah,
Exact-
you give
but
you give a lot to it, you know. It's not easy. It's the marketing is not easy. Not a lot of people have it in them to market themselves.
Yeah.
So I think I don't think my how you say like I don't think my advice is fair. Does that make sense?
Yeah, makes sense.
Does that make sense?
I
Yeah.
got you. Yeah.
I don't think my advice is fair because my advice would be
You
like
feel
do
like
it.
you just started from a
I had
clean,
a clean slate.
Yeah.
I came out of prison from doing 9 years and just went hard with no responsibility. I hadn't even claimed my kids yet. I just went and started picking them up every day. I was everything, but I wasn't going to the court yet. I hadn't done nothing but mention suspension and tires yet. I went full blown. You get me? So I think my advice would be in a way for somebody that's already stable and but has that dream. My advice would be dumb advice. Don't quit your job. Don't get fired from your job and go full force and start giving away stuff in the side of the freeway. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know it wouldn't
Don't
be
go to
smart
high school,
advice.
Jays. No.
Yeah, yeah, all that.
You would have to juggle both.
Yes,
Yeah, no.
and it's hard.
No, and that's what we're going through right now. Like we're
Yes.
juggling both.
But that's very humble of you to say that it wouldn't be fair or that you have it easier than somebody, you know what I mean?
It
that
is.
already
It is.
has
It'd be wrong
but
for
they
me
got
not
the,
to.
but see I think it's a there's pros and cons to both situations, you know what I mean? Because they have a job already. They could start out as a side hustle. They have capital to invest,
Yes,
little by
that
little.
part, yes. You know,
You
they
know
have
what I mean?
they build up their credit line.
Yeah.
They come in with more money. There's
Exactly.
a lot more to it because I do see it now. I see it now. Like I have good credit now, you know. So now I'm like I know
Now
the
you
leverage
can get a loan,
of
business
yes,
loan,
yes, you
have-
get me
yeah.
now. And even now that I have it, I still don't want to use it because I'm like no, because I've went so long without it. You get me? So I'm like I don't know what that is.
And you know what kind of hole you could get into also.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I don't touch it, I
Yeah.
just let it do its thing, and, but that's why I tell, you guys ain't the first one I tell other people that I run into in the streets, I tell them, and they tell me the same thing, like, man, like, I really wanted to do it, but like, when I'm telling, hey, man, it'd be it'd be wrong. It wouldn't be fair for me to tell you just do it. Why?
Yeah.
Because what the hell do I know what you're going through?
Yeah.
You can't just do it. You got what? Do you got
That
2,
makes
3
sense.
baby mamas. You're on child support. You're on there. You know what I mean? Like you can't just do it. You know, like
Yeah.
so it's not fair. You know, I came out with
With nothing.
yeah, with nothing, you know, and nobody expecting anything from me, you know. So that's another thing, you
You
know.
Yeah,
pretty much had
pretty much
to.
you had
You
nothing to
had no
lose
choice.
at that point.
Yeah,
You had no
You had lost
choice.
it all.
you know, yeah, I had no
Understandable.
choice. I had nothing to lose, so I had everything to gain. So that's why I don't think my advice would be fair advice, you know, because it's like, wait a second, dude, you got out with nothing. You just went full blown. All I needed to do with clear at the time was my gas money. And I would look out for my grandma, like gave her some money for rent here occasionally because I wasn't making money. So I told her I told them too, if you guys like, I can stay in my car, in my truck, as long as I'm paying my truck bill and I can make enough for my gas. I'm building something right now, and I don't care if it takes me 6, 7, 8 months till I start making money in it. And that's exactly what happened. You know, that's exactly what happened. And I was thinking when I first started, I was like, you know what? You told yourself in prison that marketing, because I read MBA books, I read little books, you know. I told yourself in prison that marketing was something that you had covered. Where is it? Let's start stepping up to your expectations, you know. So I started challenging myself. You know, I started telling myself, wait a second, like you felt very confident about this when you were in the shoe.
Yeah.
You felt very confident about this telling the homies. You felt very confident every day when you woke up telling yourself that this is what I can do, get to work. Where did that confidence go now that you're out here in the real world? You know? Yeah, you know? That's what and it is. It's tough. It is. It really is. But that's just how I challenged myself, you know? I challenged
That's
myself,
right.
you know? And I was like, dude, like, and then I outweighed all that. I was like, you have nothing. You don't have nothing to lose. You have this. If you want, you could sleep in your car. You could do that. I started doing all that. I'm like, you know what? Run it. And if it hits, it hits. And if it doesn't, then I find a job in a few months because I know what I'm doing, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, so, and I tried it and it hit.
I'm glad.
Yeah, no.
I'm glad. Yeah.
No risk and no reward, but you know, the bigger the risk, the bigger the reward. But at the same time, it's like, okay, you do have your advice would be fair because a lot of people might have what they have, but they don't have the grit and the grind that you have, that you built up. You know what I mean? Like people just, you know, there's got to be something to say for that, like how you work into that you're pushing and pushing and pushing. You know?
Yeah, it's really. I'll tell you this much. Now, if you see me, follow me now, you guys see my stories and see like how I work. Imagine that times maybe 10 times 20 in the beginning. I'm talking about I'm in your face I'm in your face like 10 to 15 times a day. I'm hitting different cities. I'm picking up odd jobs. Mind you, I'm doing stuff practically for free. So everybody wants my service. So I'm getting like 2, 3, 4, 500 calls a day that I can't do them all, but I'm feeling every moment. Yeah. I'm working literally like 20 hours a day. I'm literally just taking a nap, getting up and back to it.
Yeah.
So it created a beast that everybody was like, go.
They fell in love with that.
It was just the building momentum. Like, how did you do that? Okay, so initially, what did you do? How did you get in people's faces? How did you get them to call you? How did you get your phone number out there for them to be?
This was kind of like my little thing. I got out of prison, right? When I got out of prison, I started pitching where I started working at. Because mind you, I got out of prison. I went back to work where I was the manager at.
Man, you're so blessed.
Yes. They loved me. I was sending them customers from in prison. Yeah. So
that's right.
Yeah. Mind you, I'm a hustler.
Yeah.
So I was sending them customers from in prison. So they loved me. They already knew. They knew my date already. I had already called them a few months ahead. Tell them, hey, I'm gonna need that again. Yes, don't trip.
Yeah.
You're here. Your office is still here. They're like, yeah. They were like, yeah, come on by.
That's right.
So I got out and I went straight to work. So I told myself, you know what? You need to start practicing what you said yourself, marketing. So I went and I pitched it to them. And I was like, look, man, I read that this is what we got to do. We got to market ourselves. I noticed that you guys have an Instagram, a TikTok. I noticed you guys have an Instagram, no TikTok. You guys have this, everything. So I start bringing them down the whole marketing thing, right? I had already planned it all out. I'm going to shoot it to them in the morning. And I did. They're like, oh, that sounds good. Yeah, you know what? Go ahead. Do it here. They give me all the passwords. They're like, and the TikTok, go ahead and just open up a new one. All right, cool. So they give me all the passwords. I open up a whole new TikTok for them. I open up everything, and now I'm like, okay, now we gotta start marketing, right? Because now I'm thinking, I need to start building up this confidence, because I know what I want, but like I told you, where's all this? Oh, you're gonna do this, you're gonna do that. You come out like you're back in the real world, Yeah. So now where's all that confidence I had,
Yeah.
So now I'm like, you know what? You gotta build it. Why? By starting your plan. You start your start baby steps. Start asking them if you can market it for them. Why? Because they already have something established, which is a business. Let's see if you could bring it to life like how you did the first time. You brought this business to life. So you start convincing yourself.
And building your confidence at the same time.
Yeah, you got to convince yourself. Because that's one thing. If you're not convincing yourself, ain't nobody else going to convince you. Yeah. And not just that, but you're not going to learn how to convince somebody else if you can convince yourself. So you got to really convince yourself, And then after you convince yourself, because that's what I was doing, I was convincing myself to get confidence, So I went and I was like, you know what? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to pitch them my marketing scheme. And I'm going to be a little cringe, because that's a new word I learned. Like, I'm going to be a little weird, but I'm going to start recording. So I went and I told him my little skit. I'm like, look, man, I could do legit ones where I could just do, and then I have some little comedy ones I'm thinking, and I kind of started shooting them, and they're like, okay, we'll see what you do. Yeah. Okay, cool. Right. So I'm like, cool. So I start doing them. Yeah. So I start doing little ones. Hey, this is Moses. I'm with Santana Tires. Ooh, right? So they start picking up. Then they say, no, you 2 followers, 3 followers. Mind you, I had nothing before. I had like 100. They had like 19, 13. Then they oh shit. So my littles they're projecting something, Yeah. Okay, cool. Then I start doing funny skits there. Yeah. I put on my homie. Hey, Santana Tires. Ooh. Boom, that was hits even more than the other ones that I was doing. So now people are watching these skits. So I'm like, oh, cool. So now it's already, boop, 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 boop. Now the numbers are going. Now it's at 170 followers. Yeah. Now I'm like, all right, now I'm in people's little faces. Now I can see the little views going up. I'm like, cool. Yeah. Right? So now I can start picking up the little. Now people are coming to the shop telling me, hey, I see you on Instagram. That's right. Yeah, and I'm like, but mind you, this page is small, right? This page is a small page. It's in the hundreds, Yeah. And I'm building it, right? And you can see the little numbers start, the TikToks, they start going up, everything. I start building it already. And sure enough, I'm like, you know what? Now that I see that I have a little bit of confidence in this marketing thing, I could put myself in the camera. I need to start working on my shop. Right. Because now you gotta start putting everything in place. Stop thinking about it. Let's do it. That's what I was telling myself. Yeah. So I'm thinking now I'm trying to convince my family to refinance their house. To everything. I found a cool spot in Koreatown. Now I'm looking at shops that cost like $40,000-$50,000 to get in. Yeah. Right? Like that, So I'm like shopping around for shops, but just with the good marketing idea. Right? No, but I'm like, because I just got 170 followers. I know, I'm thinking, So I'm like with a good marketing idea. And I'm like, so now I start telling my family, hey, let's invest in a shop. I could do it. Look, people are already starting to see my little skits, everything. Yeah. All I have to do is bring it on mine. And my people are like, yeah, right, dude. Yeah. So everybody starts.
Your peeps.
Oh, yeah. So now I'm getting desperate. I'm back to square one. Now I see, mind you, I came out with all the right options, you know? So now I see I could get the money. Those 40, 50 racks and now I could get them a lot quicker than 10 years ago because now I've already came out of prison. Yeah. Right now it's just a phone call away. Yeah. Yeah. So then I'm thinking that and it's temptation, Yeah. And I tell myself no, because now you owe the money. What is it? The money to the devil, Now you gotta pay it back. Now you're in, Yeah. No.
Good job.
No, like.
Fuck.
Figure it out. Yeah. Figure it out. And it's a trip because I'm telling you this and it hurts, because it was true, Yeah. I'm telling you this because it was a true struggle that I fought that day, Yeah. And I was like, figure it out.
Thank you.
Figure it out. And I did. I thought about it and I was just stressed out because now now it's like 12 o'clock at night. I'm watching reels of business loans. I have no credit. I have no credit. I have no work history. I just got out of prison.
Yeah.
You know, I don't qualify for nothing.
Right.
I don't qualify all that zero. What is it? No doc loans. All that's open
Right.
your LLC. All that doesn't apply to me. Right? I'm like, dang man, like I'm desperate. I'm like, oh, I'm looking at my little marketing thing. I'm just that alone, I'm already seeing it as like a gold mine because I know the potential that I could throw into it. I haven't gone all out yet. That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Yeah, say good shit for yourself.
Yeah. That's what I haven't gone all out yet. Like I need this for me. Now I'm getting desperate because I know I could go all out on it. I need to start. I need to figure out where to get my shop. You know.
Yeah.
So I started looking around. I started asking. You know, I started asking for my family to loans, everything. Nobody's gonna budge. So when I was in prison, I would do my things, right? Somebody racked up a bill with me. He ended up owing me like $1,200 or something like that. He had a trailer, the trailer that I started my business with. He had a trailer with his brother with a small tire machine on there. Not the tire machine I have now, but it was a little old beat up one.
Yeah.
And he was like, hey, he hit me up and he was like, yeah, I know you do tires and stuff, you know, because you're always talking about it.
Yeah.
I have a trailer and a tire. Can I pay you with that? And I'm like, let me see how it looks. And I'm like, okay, I'll discount $900. He's like, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, you get it dropped off to my mom's. He goes, my mom video chats me, right? Because I had a cell phone. She video chats me and she's like, look, your trailer's here. Right? I'm looking at it, and right when I see it through the video chat, I see a trailer with a tire machine in the middle, and light goes off.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, that's a smart idea. You know? So that happened when I was in prison. So that little seed was still there, you know?
Yeah.
I see,
So that seed got planted there, and it was just marinating. So now I'm stressed out. How am I gonna do it? I'm looking through Facebook Marketplace. I'm looking through everything. I see all the great deals, but no money. You know, I'm like, damn. I'm not gonna do it wrong this time. I'm not gonna do it wrong. It was a big challenge. I'm not gonna do it wrong. So I'm like, you know what, man? I remember that trailer. Hey, wanna call my little brother? Hey, that trailer's just right there. Yeah, here, video chat me. Like, I'm already, yeah, look. Damn, the tires are flat. It's all leaning forward. It's all leaning.
Yeah.
It's a beat up ass trailer.
Cobwebs and shit.
Yeah, you know, and I'm like, okay, you right there. I'm gonna go pick it up. And mind you, I heard we had my truck. My mom had passed me her truck when I got out because I was had already gotten a little job and everything. And she was like, you keep up the payments, and that's your truck, you know, like you know. My mom was doing good for herself, so she was like, hey, you know, ahí te va. Boom. So I was like, cool, I'll keep up the payments.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I did. So she passed it to me. So I gave her that. That was like a righteous.
dope.
Yeah, that was like the. You know what? I give her my thanks because I told her that right there made mention suspension and tires. Because if I would have never got that, I would have. I honestly don't think I would have hit as much because I was pulling up with a presentable truck with a beat up trailer with a good goal. So it was, if I would have been pulling up in a Toyota, it would have been a different image, a different thing. I don't know if you like, I go back and I see my journey and it was part of it. You get me?
No, heck yeah.
Yeah. You know?
No, because, well, again, people judge by the cover.
Yeah.
You know? And they see, they don't know your work ethic, but they see your shit and they're going to be like, oh, I don't know.
But he has
because
good
a lot of
stuff,
people, but they, you know what I mean? People get it twisted.
Yeah, that's what when they would see it, they'd be like, okay. When I first started, I still had wheels on it, so I had 24s that I'm telling you, little by little, I was already getting my little stuff. I didn't come out completely broke. I came out with little hustle money. So I came out with little
right.
Right? That was gone immediately, so it wasn't like something that I used towards it. But, so I had rims on it, right? All that look took part in the beginning stages. You get me? It helped the customers. It gave, all that took its place.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
So, yeah. So anyways, going back, right? So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go take that trailer. So yeah, I drive. My mom lived in California City. I drive all the way up there. Boom. I look, and yeah, it has no tires. They're gone. I find the local tire shop nearby. I'm like, cool. I go and I pick up I pick up the trailer. I take off the tires. I go and I get them, bring it back. Boom, I hinge it on my truck, and I say, let's go. And that day, I decided to start.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And I went and I pulled the trailer all the way empty because I had already took off the little tire machine. It was so I took it off. But the same idea was
But
there.
you
I'm
knew
like,
you
put
were gonna
another tire
replace
machine
it.
on
Right,
here.
right.
Yeah. Then yeah, sure enough, I took it off and I drove it back down to LA. The next day I was on Facebook Marketplace. And my machine, I've never ever seen it again offered anywhere else. It's a Corgi. It's an Italian machine. It's worth $12,000. Right? I found it for $400.
What?
For $400 on Facebook Marketplace.
shit.
I went there. And no, I think originally he had it for like $650 or something like that, right? I went there. I pull up to Koreatown to get it. Because mind you, now I have the trailer. It's empty. It's the next day. I have a bunk trailer because by that time I had a spray painter or nothing. So it looks beat up. It looks bad.
Yeah.
All right, so I go and I start talking to the Asian guy. I start telling him and everything. He sees it in me. And he's like, if I could give it to you, I'd give it to you. He's like, but give me 400 only. He's like, give me 400. He's like, I wish you luck in your business. You're going to do
Aw.
it. Yeah. He felt it, you know? Yeah. Yeah. That machine right there is worth
Asians,
thousands.
man, I'm telling you.
Yeah, he looked at me and he was like, yeah, he gave it to me for 4, and then there was extensions right there that he had like separate, and those extensions alone cost like $400 or $500. Those extensions, brand new,
Yeah.
you know, used. You'd be lucky to find them used ever,
Yeah.
you know. And he gave them to me because he just liked my energy.
Yeah,
you know,
that's cool
he
right
gave them
there.
to me, and I'm grateful for them.
Yeah. Nah.
Man, what a blessing, man.
Yeah.
Everything just aligned for you,
Yeah.
bro. Like,
I went and I went and I was like, you know what? I have everything ready. There is literally not a reason why I shouldn't be picking up a job right now.
yeah.
I have a compressor because I had my grandma. My grandma was still kind of like, my grandma's always been on the team. She's the only one that I could say like she actually believed from the gate. Because I told her, Grandma, look, I already got a tire machine. I bought it, $400. Woo woo. I got the trailer. I put it back together. I just need money for the compressor. You know, like I have no money for the compressor. And she was like, look, don't tell your tias, don't tell nobody. Right now they're probably gonna see it. Like,
Yeah.
and they're like,
Yeah.
don't tell nobody. But I'm gonna pull it out and I'm gonna give it to you. And you're gonna go buy a new compressor. I'm like, come on, Grandma. She went with me to Home Depot.
Damn it.
I know, I'm getting emotional.
Yeah, no, it hurts because it's true, big dog.
God. Shout
It's
out
true.
to Grandma. Tias, please hit thumbs up, man.
Yeah. And my grandma helped me buy a compressor. Yeah, I put the compressor in the back of my truck, and I see my tire machine. I went. I started buying my own little things, my little holes, like the main things I needed.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't gonna spend more than like $80, which was like a hose, like the main little things that I needed, no more, no less type of thing, you know. And yeah, I went and I did a job and I posted it that night. My boss saw the post, and the next day he asked me not to come into work no more.
Okay, wait. Hold on. I'm gonna pause you right there. I'm sorry. You posted it, but you posted on there?
Oh no, on my account, but he followed me.
I see. Okay.
You get me? But mind you, I'm posting the skits that I would post on their accounts. I would post them on mine because it was like, it's my content too.
Right.
Yeah.
I know it's all my pictures. It's all me.
Yeah.
So like I would just post them on mine too. So that's why they decided they were cool with it in the beginning. That's why even he followed me.
Yeah.
Because he was like, it's all the same little thing. He's
Right.
promoting Santana tires.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, I did. I started that night and I went and I did in my neighborhood, I went and I did somebody that he had already been like asking me. He like, hey, can you install these sensors? It was just labor. And I was like, yeah, I could do them. As a matter of fact, I could do them this day. I could do them that. I remember that before I had even started, I kind of had already set that job up.
Yeah. It was line.
Yeah. You know, so when I started, I had the tire machine, the compressor. I kind of was like excited to do that one job.
Yeah.
That I had already, you know. So I went and I did it. It was late after work because I went to work that day. Everything after I got all my stuff, mind you, I pulled up to work with my trailer still hinged in, with my tire machine, my compressor, starting to get his image, you know. And they look, and my boss looked, everybody looks, and they're like, okay. Now people are coming to work, but now they're already there to see me because I'm already the little guy, the salesman.
Right.
I'm already starting to become the manager.
You're the face of the fucking.
Yes, yeah, shortly but quick. You know, I had just got out of prison, but quick because I have that. You know, So now people are coming when they to see me because I'm selling their tires, whatever, like their deals, and they're asking like, "Hey, what's up?" Because it's different. Nobody had seen a tire machine with a trailer.
Right.
It was new,
Yeah.
so everybody was turning their heads, right? And they would come and they'd be like, "Whose truck is it?" I'll be like, "Oh, it's mine. It's mine." And I'm like, I'm starting a side hustle in the nights.
Yeah.
So my boss, he would see that. He'd see that. So that night, I went and I did the job, and I posted it. Hey, mention suspension and tires. Roadside services. This is what I do.
Yeah.
Right. I posted it my
Marketing,
job.
Yeah.
ad
Yeah.
type,
Yeah.
Yeah,
business
right?
come in-
And he saw it, and then he tells me the next day, "Hey, don't come into work." You know, like just-
Fucking hater, bro.
Yeah.
Fucking
Don't come
hater,
into work.
dog.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm mind you, at this time my confidence already getting there. I've already convinced myself this is what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
You know, like, so I say less.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna spook me because I just went through 10 years of motherfuckers trying to.
Yeah.
You know, like your little don't go to work ain't phasing me, huh?
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Yeah, exactly, you know? So that didn't phase me. All I did was get me angry and just put another flame under me.
Yeah.
I said, what? Wait a second, you literally sent everybody home before me. You sent the manager home before me because I make the money. That's what they were doing because I had just got out, and literally when it was slow, I had guys right there working there telling me like, bro, this time last year, it wasn't half as packed as it is now.
Yeah.
This time last year, it wasn't like this. This time, like, so everybody's giving.
All that was because of you.
All that was because of me.
Yeah.
All that was my
Yeah.
customers. all
Public
that was-
speaking. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
Yeah.
you know, like, and he told me not to come in. I was like, that's why when I came in the next day, and I was like, wait a second.
When you
I felt
posted it?
there goes my pride. There goes my pride
Yeah,
because I
yeah.
was like, wait a second. How is it that you're telling your best salesman, the best guy here, and not just your best salesman, but when our tire guys can't figure out the job, your best technician too comes out and does it.
Yeah.
Me, I'm doing everything, and not just that, but when your manager now can't control a customer because he's not bilingual,
Yeah.
Yeah.
who are you expecting now to take care of the situation? Me. Why? Because I have customer service skills. I'm bilingual. I could calm that customer down.
Yeah.
You know, your manager now doesn't have the patience
doesn't
or even
have
the
that.
attitude that
Yeah.
people don't want to deal with him. You know, like, yeah, you know, like, yeah. So that's why customers are just bad off the gate. You know, like they don't
Yeah.
want to deal with this guy. You know, so it pissed me off.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a second, you're gonna just because I posted it and I know you saw it because you follow me.
Yeah.
You know, like you follow me. You saw it. Like I know you do.
Just hate.
Yeah, you know.
Just
So
fucking straight hate.
so I went and I recorded it. I was like,
remember
hey,
that.
Yeah, I was like, hey man, like there's no reason why I shouldn't be working here. Like, you know, and then yeah, sure enough, I go and I'm like, my boss, they weren't there yet. So I'm like, you know what? I'm scheduled to work. I'm gonna punch in. I don't care.
Yeah.
Right? So I go and he's like, what do you mean I'm not gonna work? I'm gonna punch in. Right? So I go and I punch in and I'm like, you're not gonna tell the guy who sells the molds that you need not to come in just because you're butthurt.
Yeah.
Like, we'll talk about this when you get here.
Right.
You know? Like that's how I felt about the situation, you know? Like, cause I've never been one to shine from somebody. I'm gonna confront it face to face.
I feel like he was trying to avoid you that day.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. He told me not to come in. They told me not to come in. So I was like, I'm gonna come in. So I came in, and yeah, I punched in and everything. And right when I punched in and everything, that's when they came, and that's when he's like, come on, we talked, and he's like, look, man, like you already got everything you got going on for yourself. You already did a job, and it's one of our customers. And I said, no, I did a job for one of my customers that. He's from my neighborhood. He lives in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
And he's been waiting for me to do my little thing so this isn't something that I stole your customer. This is my customer that would come here because of me.
Yeah.
You know, like yeah, you know,
Yeah.
like and I'm arguing with him about this. And he's like, and look at the way we're talking. He's like, you're rebelling already. And I'm like, I'm rebelling because I don't want to go with your program. You know, so we went back and forth. And he's like, yeah, you know what? I'm good. Like I was just like, serio, like I've never done you wrong. I've brought you people from when I was in prison. built this place. You know, customers continue to come after I went to prison for years, and they actually stayed customers because of me. You know, and they stayed customers because they know that you kept in contact with me. You know, every time they would come and I had opportunity to be on the phone, I would show my face to my customers and tell them, hey, I'll be back.
Yeah.
You know, I'm almost out. In 5 more years to go. 4 more years to go. Yeah. You know? Yeah. You know, so I trip out like when he did that.
Short.
I was very I was grudgeful when it happened because it wasn't just something that just happened. Oh, I just got out of prison. I built a relationship with you for years. I worked for you for free for years. I brought you customers for years. All my customers were your customers for years. And then not just that, but I came out of prison and I marketed for you. And I brought in new customers. So I felt like I which goes back to what I originally told you. You know, like nobody owes us nothing. Nobody nothing, you know? But at the moment, I was like, you know what? I feel like he owed me a little more than just like get out of here. You know?
Yeah.
But it was
yeah.
like just like a drop of the hat. Like
Yeah. You know, I just felt like I felt like maybe, but looking back now, it's like no, he didn't owe me nothing. You know, he don't owe me nothing, and nobody owes us nothing, right? But it would have been right for him to do it a different way, or maybe even work with me in a way where it's like, hey, you know, build your shit, you know, like. And you know what's the funny part, that before I went all in, I had told him like, hey, what if I'm doing my little side hustle in the nights? Like, wouldn't it be cool if I put like a Santana tires on there and I'd be like sponsored by and like woo and this was before I went viral. Mind you, so I'm like, yeah, and he'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, but you could already see him being like, fuck no, fool, like go pull your little trailer out my driveway, you know, like yeah, you know. So and it's funny because they asked me, we were all chilling, you know, and I'm coming and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna open up my business, and they had already seen the trailer and they're like, hey, and what you say you're gonna call that fucking what you gonna call that little ragacha right there you got going? That's a little, man, that's mention suspension and tires. Yeah. And they looked at it, they all laughed. They're like, like, and Marcelo looked at it, he's like, mention suspension, he hace suspension, way. Hey, you know, because I was selling tires and with him, you know, he was talking shit, yeah. And I was just like, whatever, you know? Yeah. And I look back now and I'm like, well, it rings bells now. You know, like, hey, I told you, like, yeah, you know? But it was funny because it was just, I look back now and it always puts flame in my, even when I pass by now, because I gave a lot, you know?
Yeah, you invested a lot of your time, your energy. You tried to build them for real. Like that was your family. Like that was what you came out to.
Yeah,
but,
you put your heart and soul into
that. That's like a slap in the face. Like, that's why I work tomorrow. What?
It's True Colors. It's True Colors came out.
Yeah, but you know that shit was built up though. You know he was thinking of fucking telling you that for so long. That was probably just that. Yeah. That right there was the.
You know what's the trip too? Because we kind of had already started bumping heads because I text them work related, of course. Oh. I text him work related, of course, and he wouldn't text back. And I remember like a week before our argument that I got fired, I told him like, hey man, like this is when I get at you work related. Like I'm even calling, so I text, and you don't answer the calls or the text. Yeah. So I'm gonna try to get through with a text, you know. I'm like, that's why I feel that I need you to give me certain authority and certain things because you expect me to call you to get these things done, right? Yeah. So by you not answering anything, it makes me feel like what's up, man? Like if you're putting me to the side. Yeah. And he's like, nah. The way he said it, and I was like, mind you, I just got out of prison, so I still feel like wait a second, I'm giving you respect. You give me the respect I'm giving you. You know, so I'm like, it says
a lot, bro. Yeah. You know what I mean? A lot of things like,
So he was like, no, like very dismissive. Mm-hmm. So I told him, you know what your problem is? I told him, your problem is that you think you're the shit. Mm-hmm. You think you're above other people because you're the owner of this place. Yeah. And I'm telling you now, you're not. And you got to take that mentality off because I've met killers, millionaires that have it and are humbler than you that will respond to me if I text them right now. Yeah. And they're like, so that like right there kind of like gave him like a little like, so that's why when he said, hey, you're being rebellious, it was kind of like already like stacking up to where, you know, right. Because I was already bringing my, like, I wasn't that kid that was getting punked around before, you know, like I came in with a better path, a better mindset, and I kind of knew what I wanted, you know? So I wasn't that kid where like, yeah, just mount that tire and sell me those tires. I guess. You know, like, no, now I'm coming out. Have marketing pitches. Now I'm over here. Now I'm like, hey, you know what? We should invest in containers. And
You
we
got
should
strategy.
Yes, I got strategies to build their business. You know?
Yeah.
So now when you're dismissing me, I'm offended. Why? Because your business ain't built how it can be. You know, and I'm trying to help you with a minimum wage salary.
No, and then you can feel that, you know, even though, you know, people would say like, oh, you're just in your own head. Nah, I feel that energy even on Instagram. You know, you could see it with you know, homies that, you know, or family that just look at your page, you know, through the story, but they don't like shit. You know what I mean? Like, and with the exception of some, it's not, you know, they're just going through it really quick. You know what I mean? Like, just because there's not enough time. But when it's constant and you see the pattern, that's hate. You know, that's low key like envy. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
that's how I
he
feel.
just straight up didn't appreciate for nothing.
And
He didn't appreciate no gratitude for what the work that you were putting in.
His true colors came out, and at the end of the day, we don't need people like that. Bro.
Yeah,
like,
and you know what? And I was like, immediately when I recorded it, boom, boom, it happened, and I told him right after we finished arguing, I was like, because it wasn't like a vicious argument or nothing. We were still very professional, you know.
Still civil.
Yes, because I was still very white because I learned to argue with somebody in prison without being violent.
Right.
You get me? Why? Because if we're gonna yell or argue, we're gonna kill each other.
Yeah.
Straight up. You know? So,
it's talked about before anything happens.
Yes. Wait a second. Let's talk this through.
Yeah.
So I was talking to him, and he was like, but I think I honestly maybe not a lot of people that's never really, you know, like been in prison, don't really understand that type of pressure. So they felt he felt.
You know? People don't know how they don't know how to have those difficult conversations.
Yes.
Because, well, like, in there, you have to, because if you don't have, they have those conversations first, because a lot of people are going to get either hurt or killed.
Yeah, it could get misunderstood. I did, you know, it's something that we could have, you know, that we could have cleared out, but I never brought it up. You never brought it up, and it's fuck you, fuck me. Let's go. You know, And then, and I think maybe he wasn't comfortable with that situation, so he would just react like, hey, just I'm good. I'm good. Let's get out of there. Can't blame him. Can't blame him. Do his thing, right? That's the whole part of the beauty of having your own business, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the beauty of having your own business, right? If you don't like somebody, hey, I get it, right? Now I get it. But it fueled me.
It did. I'm sure that was just what kick-started or jump-started. Like, you're like, okay, well, now I don't got to go to work. Now I got all this time in the day to do what I want, to build my shit proper, right?
Yeah. That's exactly. I was like,
it fueled the confidence.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm gonna fucking prove him.
Yeah. I was like, you know what gave it even more assurance that I'm doing the right thing was that as soon as I went in the car, I sat down. I'm not lying, and I prayed. Right? I told God, what I've been asking all these years starts today, and I even yelled it in the car. I'm like, it starts today. It starts today. And I don't care, and I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna stop. And I started yelling all my plans, like, like I'm not gonna stop. And I went and I edited the little video. Yeah. And I threw it up, and I started driving, and immediately, like, it started hitting, boom, 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 like, bro, like, I threw that video up within an hour.
I remember that.
It had hundreds of likes, everything, and I told myself, like, I just prayed for this. Don't stop. You know, like, and I did it. I see exactly what I planned. I did it because it confirmed me. That video was my starting line.
I think that was the one where you came up on my feed.
Yeah.
That was the first time I ever.
It confirmed it. Like, I was like, you know what? Go and don't stop now. Cause immediately when I posted it, everybody was like, man, like,
immediately
you
got this that story, bro.
You got this. And I said, you know what? Yeah, I do got this. Hold up. You know, like, and it gave me that confidence that I needed. Like, it did. It gave me that confidence that I needed, because I was like, I posted it and immediately like, and I said, I would tell them about it, and I would tell other guys in prison. I would tell them, all you need is one viral hit. It's now that I'm doing this, I know it's not true, But to get your foot in the door, it is. Because I don't have just one viral hit. I got over 15 millionaires now. I've gotten multiple viral hits now. So I know for a fact it doesn't take just one to get you, you know?
Yeah.
It takes consistency. It takes consistency to do it.
Sure.
You can't just start off badass and not know you're a badass. It's gonna show and it's gonna go long. You know, you know? And immediately when I posted it, I started seeing it and I thought to myself, what you've been saying, once you go viral, lock in. And I said, say less, pull over, start doing jobs in the thing. And in the beginning, like I completely wanted to go free, like free things, but I couldn't because I didn't have a job. I couldn't nothing. So I needed to put gas in the car.
Yeah.
So I was asking for tips.
Yeah.
I was asking for tips. Like I would like, hey, how much would you pay me to do this right now? I have it. I could, you know, and they'd be like, where the hell did this guy come from? Like you know, and I'm like, and I'm nobody. I'm just driving around in a truck with a compressor and a tire machine.
Yeah.
And I'm
looking for people that need help.
Yeah, looking for people that need help. And I said, record it, bro. Like you don't have. I didn't have the metas. But no, those are expensive for me. Then I wouldn't know. I didn't afford metas till like 6 months in. For metas, the whole point of view things are new. Yeah, those are.
I love them metas.
Yeah, those things are new to me. Yeah, because I couldn't afford them for a long time. I like what, you know, $200, $300, $400, $500 for something. You know, I couldn't do it. So every opportunity I had customers recording me. If I pulled up,
that's what's up.
If I pulled up and I was helping you immediately after, like we agreed to something, like or as I was sometimes I would have it on the recording and I'd be talking to him and they'd be looking at me like, this fool has a camera, and I'd be right there like, yeah, like how much would he pay me, like you know, and then I would record that, and then after that I would have them record me doing the job. And since I was doing it on a trailer and it was open and it was, you know, like it was different, you know, it was different. So people were like, oh crap, that's different. I haven't seen nobody change a tire in the freeway. You know? Right. And mind you, I was doing the most. I remember opportunities that I would come and they would call me to do jobs. And I went one time and I couldn't get to that side of the road. But there's traffic, there's highway, there's everything. And I'm barely starting my business. And I think to myself, these jobs right here, this specific job is what I was made for.
Fuck yeah.
You know, like this is what you fucking do. So go.
Yeah.
And as you're doing it, record it.
Yeah.
You know, record it, and I'll get off and I'll run across a freeway. But like, mind you, like traffic, and I'll dodge. People will stop and they had already recognized me.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, get him. The whole freeway would stop to let me run. To let me run across the street, across the freeway. The whole freeway would stop. You'll see like 2-3 diesel ones that would recognize who I was already. Yeah. I would stop, bro, and have everybody thought you just see me run across the street. And once I got to that side, everything would continue. And then I would go, and everybody would be like, "Keep going, bro, keep going." And I remember I would literally, you know, like I remember crossing freeways, crossing bridges, doing jobs in darks, like giving jobs away. Like it took a lot for me to get here. It took a lot.
Damn, bro. Fuck yeah, dude.
That's right.
Tell you.
Yeah, no, I love it. But
yeah.
I'm just saying, we're
props.
I know, I want to hear more.
Respect, bro.
Yeah, sorry guys. I know we just keep going, but yeah.
Good shit, and that's what a blessing, man. Amen to that. Just how everything just lined up for
I'm
you,
still
man.
going.
But you're an inspiration. Yeah, I know. But a year in, right? A year.
It's a year next month, and June 6th next month.
Yeah.
I have a year of mention suspension tire has been running.
I know.
That's it, y'all. Look him up. Follow him immedially, man.
I know
Anytime you don't look up, you don't go nowhere else.
I know you guys know already, but where can they find you? Just for anybody.
Mention suspension tires, man. Hit us up. We'll pull up on you.
That's right. Hey, congratulations.
Thank you for sharing, bro.
Thank you guys.
Appreciate it.
I get emotional because it's been a journey, fine. You know? It's been a journey.
That means it's real. You know, if you don't feel it, it ain't real.
Yeah. It's still, you know, we still out here, and we still got a lot to go, you know. I don't how you say, like post 10, 15 times like I used to, because I exhausted that content. You get me? And
Yeah.
and
Got
to
you.
grow, you have to grow out of stuff sometimes
Yes.
too.
Yeah.
You know, so you have to grow, you have to advance, you have to keep going, and that's what's got me to the point where I am now. Every month, every quarter of my process has been a new growth, a new viral hit, a new thing, a new following base, a new reintroduction, introduction. You
yeah.
know,
Right.
a new. So it's
Gotta evolve. Yeah.
Yes, it's an evolve, and for even this now that we're doing here, this is work for me too. Why? Because it's spreading the word.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
for
know, and
us
thank
too,
you guys.
yeah.
That's why when I told you guys, I appreciate the opportunity because that's exactly what it is for me.
No, we appreciate you for sharing it with us and everybody.
This is what it's about, and the whole story in itself. Our purpose is to help other people, too. All of us right here.
Yeah.
So this in itself was
Yeah, this is our
me.
this is us evolving right here with this. You know, we. I had a couple opportunities where they were gonna interview me, but it just didn't work out because our schedules. And then she was just like, "Hey, why don't I interview you?"
Yeah, but
and
then to do this shit on our own, we can start our own podcast.
And then she interviewed me, and then somebody hit her up like, "Hey, I want to get on your podcast."
Oh, that's cool. No, yeah, when you guys asked me, I had already, that's why I was like, you know what, yeah. Like I said, I see them always as opportunities.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. Like a lot of people miss their opportunities.
Oh yeah,
because it's, a lot of people miss their opportunities.
Yeah.
And it's like that one song from Easy A. He's like, get it. Like you tell me, meet me at the White House, and I'll be there. I'm gonna get it.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, this opportunity right here might hit that one different person that might just elevate me to my next step.
Absolutely.
So never miss your opportunity. No matter how much you might, big or small, you take them.
Yep.
You take them,
Right.
Yeah, and take them. You always make sure you do it with good people. And that's how I see this is my perspective of stuff. I always make sure I do it with good people, and make sure you don't dirty don't stain your brands, don't stain your nothing with why? Because we've lost a lot to just start from scratch again,
Be careful who you associate with, or even
you hit the nail right on the head.
Yeah, I'm all for clowning with I'm all for people building their way in their own way, but if it's gonna stain what I'm doing, I don't associate.
Right, I'm not trying to sell my soul either.
Yes, I don't mind you doing your thing, but don't do it around me. Yeah. So I'm very careful because you're not the only that I ask. I'm very careful with who I
I live by that too.
I get a lot of people ask me. I have those the ones, but they interview a lot of like the rappers and everything.
Yeah,
they're okay.
yeah.
They're okay with a lot of things that I'm not against, but I'm not okay with me broadcasting.
Yeah, I was telling you.
Does that make sense?
That's crazy that you brought that up because I told her I want to keep it, of course, professional and, a little edgy, but at the same time, family oriented.
Yeah.
But on the same token, he's been asked to do like a one or two, and I'm like, I don't know, Annie. I don't know.
Me too.
And she, if it wasn't for her, like, pumping my brakes and making me like, before I like give an answer or even like, or if I'm starting to speak on it, like, oh hell yeah, it's all good, and she'll pump my brakes, and I'll look at her like, okay, maybe she's right.
Yeah, sometimes you need that, you need that, because I've had a lot of people hit me up.
Yeah.
A lot of people hit me up.
It's not about just
a lot of podcasts, and there's been the ones that I'd be like, but it's just like, like even earlier when I was sharing you my prison experience, even then I don't share it to glorify it, but I share specifically because I want to get that clear understanding that if you think you're big and bad, that doesn't stop you from chasing doing right.
Right.
You get me? Because big and bad, been there, done that.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? Yeah.
I mean, you could be big and bad and get somewhere, but at the same time, if you're just gonna be big and bad and if you're like, how can I say, you're not humble, and if you're not like, using it in the right way, like my version of big and bad is like when I gotta protect the ones that I love.
Right.
You know, but
Right.
if you can't control that,
See, but
Yeah.
that's a man's version of what our big, because we grew to that point.
right?
You get me? But the way this society is, and I tell you this because I watch a lot of Instagram myself. I brain rob myself too, right? Yeah. You know, so
me too.
I watch a lot of it and I trip out because it's how you say I don't know how to explain it. Like I probably got like a brain fart right now.
Yeah, no, I was getting one right now too.
Yeah, I was getting like a
I
little
got
brain
stuck.
fart. Yeah.
But it's
But yeah, it's out there, big dog. You know, basically why I share those little stories, I don't share them too much to glorify prison,
right.
but I just share it to say, hey, I'm just like you. You know, I'm just
for relatability.
Relatability. I'm just
Yeah.
like us. I wasn't, and I'm not.
Change is possible.
Yeah, change is possible. You go out there, you try hard. You don't have to sit here and live any type of life. Just do right.
Yeah,
Do right
yeah,
and do
yeah,
right
yeah,
by
you-
your
you
family,
know,
by everybody
yeah.
else, and you'll get far. You
You
know?
ain't gotta
Yeah.
prove nothing to nobody. You know
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. You know?
You know what I mean? Just follow a straight line and, you know,
Yeah.
just stay on your path. You know, keep your eyes to yourself.
Yeah.
You know,
Watch.
focus
We're
on the
gonna do
goal.
Blessings,
But
man. Appreciate you though for
Thank you
you know
guys.
coming
Oh,
here,
thank you,
talking,
bro.
telling us your story, telling everybody things that you haven't shared with before. So that right there was an honor, just that you know
Yeah.
you were here in the seat and for trusting us. You know.
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Yeah,
Hey, I want to lock in with you guys because
Yeah.
but my hand's broken.
Oh,
what?
shit! Look
So
at that.
we're gonna have to keep it at a.
Yeah.
I've been shot 6 times.
Shit,
So
bro.
I got my legs all beat
All
up,
right,
my
we're gonna have to
arms.
hear that story on the follow-up
On the
episode.
next
Yeah,
one.
Yeah.
On the next one.
Shit, episode
Episode 2 tuned into the shootout.
Episode 15 coming up, you guys, with mention
To the
suspension and
shootout.
tires.
yeah.
My boy Moses. You guys
That's
heard it here
right.
first, man. A lot of parts of his story. You guys heard it here first, man.
That's right.
Yeah,
Please
much respect, brother.
Like, share, subscribe, comment. You know what to do.
That's right.
Appreciate you.
Yep.
Pull up my homies.
Locked into it. Hey.
Boy, bro.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you guys.
Yeah.